Welcome everybody back to the grid. Good evening, hello, good evening, hello. Welcome one, welcome all. It is a little bit different tonight, as you know. Some of you are watching this because you wanted to see a face reveal. And some of you are watching this just because you just came across it and don't know what the hell's going on. So we're going to be playing D&D. My first time DMing. We got some amazing D&Ders. They're going to join in. Some of them you may know from our regular streams. Some of them you may not. So I guess we should just get into it. I know, shield your eyes from the beauty. It's hard to handle, I understand. Oh, it feels good to see the light of day. Although it's night.
All right, so let's get into it. Oh, I can't see. Ah. Oh, all right. Okay, let's bring in some people.
Why isn't it working?
Oh, I had everybody muted. There we go. Can everybody hear? Is everybody good to go? Hello there.
Hello.
We got Corey, we got Jay, we got Ryan, and we got that other guy down in the corner. What's your name again? I'm Luke. All right, so I'm nervous now.
Are you like, you feel like you're naked?
Everyone can see me.
Oh, dude, that looks so good.
Neck
Yeah,
cracks.
that was super cool. I actually really like that.
Good job.
Yeah, good job, Luke, by making that picture. I don't know how you did it. It looks so good.
Thank you.
All right, has everybody got their snacks or drinks? Everybody is ready?
More or less.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we have to cover the labels up so we're not? Like, do we have to put a little black tape on the labels?
Yeah, all the sponsorship deals are incoming. All right, here we go, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this started. So our campaign takes place in a strange new world, unseen by any other adventurers of our time. About 200 years ago, a great battle between two gods took place on this plane. The details of this event were mostly unknown, but the ramifications of what happened was horridly apparent across the world. The world was shattered into islands, some big enough to house multiple towns, and others simply left nothing but a few trees. When the battle ended, the gods were gone, and so was magic. The weave had been eradicated from the world. Without the removal of the weave, most things connected to it were destroyed. Temples of worship, libraries of study, almost all erased from existence. Some races felt this loss more than others. Those that had heritage rooted in magic felt it the most. The long lives of races had been affected. The essence of the weave that blessed these races with extended life had been stripped away. The islands left after the cataclysm were forced to try and evolve their communities with whatever the cataclysm had given them. Some relied on the nature to become resourceful and kept a tribal-style community, while others learned and leaned into technology, trying to fill a hole that the lack of the weave had created. Many of these islands had tried to cross the waters to communicate with whoever else might be blessed enough to survive this event. No matter the construction type of the ship, none could make it more than a kilometer offshore. Even with calm waters, at a certain point the waters would seem to pull the vessels to the bottom. After so many failed attempts, each island resigned to the fact that they were alone in this world. About 50 years after the cataclysm, something miraculous happened. All across the islands, some people awoke on one day with the weave once again flowing through their body. With this, the people with the new magic tried to evolve their communities by teaching others, but to no avail. It seemed that the weave had returned, but only to a select few and to their bloodline. With 1 year of the magic returning, a ship started appearing at each of the islands. A beautiful ornate sealing vessel, the one which like had never been seen by the islands before. The armor and robes adorned by these visitors displayed clearly the difference in class between wherever they were from, and any of the islanders. These visitors did not bring just curiosity with them, but they brought hope. An offer was made. Every year, each island could put forth 4 people to represent the island in a contest. For motivation and participation, the winning island was promised whatever they needed, to not just survive, but to flourish for decades to come. The individual that won the contest would receive a level of notoriety and riches that would ensure their bloodline was taken care of for generations. Even with the return of magic, no ships made from any of the islands could cross the oceans. And so if any island needed something from the outside of their ecosystem, participation was imperative. Time of the year has arrived again for a set of islands to the north of the world. We find ourselves in the middle of this calm ocean on the lower deck of this beautiful ship of hope, looking in on a young ranger enjoying his meal. You want to describe yourself, young ranger, enjoying your meal? Luke?
Oh, sorry. Corey was telling me to adjust my camera. Let me pull up my thing.
You don't know what you look like?
I do. I just want to make sure I reference it properly.
His mirror. He meant he pulling up the mirror.
Yeah. I'm Jack Nara. I'm 17. And my island is pretty much primitive based.
Don't give all your backstory away. Just describe what you look like.
Oh, my bad. I was reading a text message. I'm 6 foot, 145 pounds, and I've got blue eyes, blondish, green-hued hair.
Okay, perfect. So he's sitting enjoying a meal. As you sit there, Jack, you hear 2 bell rings. Ding, ding. Solid strikes. And one of the doors at the end of the room opens up, and you see 4 individuals walking in one at a time. 3 very unremarkable looking humanoids with the generic, somewhat shabby clothing, and 1 very strange looking metal thing with legs proceeded into the room. What does he see, Atlas?
Well, you happen to see a very short, about 4 feet tall, metal fashioned object with very worn and rustic looking material on him. He stands up 2 legs, 2 short arms. He's got 2 glowing big eyes. They glow yellow. He has a small slit, what looks like to be maybe a mouth, but it does have kind of a grin. And he has 2 tiny little leaves or some sort of plant fashioned to each side of his head, which to you almost kind of looks like their ears. And in the center, he's imbued with more gems, and you see a faint yellowish glow coming from a center gem in his chest.
Okay. Atlas, as you walk in, you see Jack sitting there. You're basically in a large room. You see 12 beds on either side. At the end of the beds is a chest. Apparently those are for, obviously, the belongings of whoever's going to be using that bed. There's 3 tables along the middle. Various foods. You can smell it through if you have a nose. There's also there's a guy sitting arm wrestling his friend across one of the tables. Yeah, what do you want to do from here?
I will zoom over to the 2 arm wrestling at the table.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening,
Okay.
fair humans. I see a brute strength force of marksman. Oh, I see a competition of brute strength emerging here. May I be of assistance?
The human kind of looks up at you a little bit. He's like, and then he kind of looks over at Jack and worried almost on the back of you, like, no, we're fine. I think we're fine. He just waves you off.
Very well. Well, it seems that you are under very much duress by initial scans, so I will wait for further information regarding your health and needs.
Okay, he just kind of turns his back a little bit to you and just continues talking to his friend, and they're warming up for their next arm wrestling match.
And I just stand there and watch.
Jack, you want to do anything? Or just enjoy your meal?
I'm going to finish eating.
Sounds good.
Did I
So-
notice them look at Jack? Like, did I
Yeah,
catch that?
yeah,
glance?
yeah. He didn't try to hide it. It was pretty blatant.
Okay. like to turn and kind of do a scan of Jack and just see what I can ascertain about his race and condition.
Okay, go on and roll insight check.
24.
Okay. You can see that he's a half elf. He looks in very good shape. A little bit ripped. You can see the bicep kind of pulsing a little bit through the tunic. And he appears very confident. He looks like he doesn't really have a lot of worry much going on. He just looks very confident in what he's doing.
Okay. I'm going to keep an eye on him for a minute and just enjoy the humans doing their thing.
Okay, sounds good. Now we switch to see a half elf sitting on a bench. What do we see, Darius?
So you see a half elf. He's about 6 feet tall. He's wearing, it looks like pretty fine clothes. Like it looks like he comes from a decent upbringing. He's got jet black hair and like piercing blue eyes. And in fact, to most of you, this is one of the most handsome men you've ever seen. He just seems to be like exuding this like charisma that just like it draws you in. You can't help but notice him sitting in the corner. And he just sits there and he kind of like fluffs his hair and turns and looks at all of you and just kind of smiles like, hello.
So as you do this, this is when the soldier has opened the door to this room that you've been in. The room itself is small, but it's comfortable. There's food on a table at the end of the room. You're just kind of been tuning your lyre and trying to kill some time as you're told to wait. As the door opens, the soldier comes in and you can see this small figure standing behind the soldier. Almost see him between his legs almost. And the soldier gestures to Felix to move into the room. And Felix, what do we see?
Yeah, so you see a gnome standing at 4 feet tall with a slender build, about 45 pounds. And he's got thick, messy, dark brown hair. A bit uncharacteristic for a lot of gnomes. He's clean shaven, has a bit of a youthful look about him. Kind, lighter brown eyes, and medium length pointed ears, which are characteristic of gnomes as well. He's wearing blue coveralls with tan colored work gloves and old brown work boots as well, with a tool belt around his waist. And as you see him walk out from behind the soldier, he's very wide-eyed and kind of taking everything in and can't even help himself. He just says, "Whoa," as he looks around the room.
So we're all in the same room together now?
No, Jack and Felix are still in the small room.
Okay.
All right, so as Felix moves in, the soldier gives a little bit of an explanation, kind of talks to Darius and Felix. Hasn't said too much when escorting you both down separately. Has been very kind of held back. But now he kind of begins to explain something. We've been presented with a unique situation. For the tournament, we have found that the islands either understand the potential of the power that comes with victory, or they have no faith in the process whatsoever. Hence, we receive full teams of 4 or not at all. This day, we've received a team of 1 from 2 separate islands. The reason for this is irrelevant to us. We feel it is only just to give you somewhat of a fighting chance. We're going to explain a bit of the situation. You'll be placed in a team together, and it will be up to you whether to disclose this, that you're either from the same island or from different ones. That's up to you. No information about the tournament has been conveyed to the other participants. We will inform you that it will be recommended to try and recruit at least 1 other pre-authorized member of the islands to join your team. You have a minute to discuss in private. Just knock when you're ready, and I'll take you to join the others. And he just slowly closes the door and stands outside.
So this is between me and Felix?
Correct.
Well, hello, little man. How are you today?
Hi, and he extends his hand out to you right away. Like he's very jittery and can't contain his excitement. He says, "I'm Felix Tinkerspark. What's your name?"
My name's Darius Silverstrom. I'm sure you've heard of me. And I reach my hand out to shake his hand as well.
I haven't heard of you. But are there books about you? Maybe I read about you in a book sometime. I've read a lot of books.
It's probably not books. It's more word of mouth. I'm very well known amongst my island. I'm actually quite famous. I don't know. I know we can't get from island to island, so I don't know if word does happen to cross. But I'm pretty well known where I'm from. Rather well loved as well.
Oh, I'm very famous as well. I'm very well known. I was picked for all of my talents to come here. I'm very, very famous as well.
What talents do you have, my friend?
I'm a very famous inventor, and I've created many great inventions, and that is why I'm here.
Interesting. Do you have any inventions with you?
Actually, no. My greatest invention, whom I call Gunner, they had to take away. They said and put him in the hole, but he is quite the marvel. I will show him to you. I'm sure I'll get access to him again later.
I am looking forward to it. I just have, and I pull a lute off my back. This is my trusty lute lyra, and I just do a quick little.
Oh wow, that's fascinating. And he starts without asking permission. Felix just starts kind of touching it and examining it.
And I lift it above my head.
I'm just sorry. The construction. It's very quality. I'm very interested in the material.
It is quite fine, but this is only for me. I don't let other people touch her. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yes, of course. Totally. I absolutely understand. Apparently we're supposed to discuss about being on a team. Is that what he said? We're together. We're partners now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with it. I thought he mentioned something about bringing people from the island as well. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to bring anyone from my island. Again, very well loved on my island. People adore me, but they're looking for. They were expecting me to be the hero in this, and I don't think I can bring anyone from my island along.
I don't. I'm not sure what the criteria was. Maybe they just couldn't find anybody else that was as exceptional to come from.
You
from
said
my
it,
island.
buddy. Well, good friend, and I pat him on the back a little bit too hard, like it kind of knocks him forward a little bit. I think we're gonna make a great team.
Yeah, you know what? I think so too. I guess that means we're friends now.
Yeah, we can go with that.
Yeah, great. Oh, that's so awesome. I'm so happy that we're friends. Thanks.
You're welcome.
The soldier standing outside, patiently waiting for a knock.
Oh, right, we got a knock on the door. Right, he said knock on the door.
Right.
I walk over and I knock.
Okay. The soldier opens the door. Are you ready to meet the others? And he doesn't wait for your answer, and he just turns and starts leading you down the stairs.
Right. All right. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if we're ready. Let's go. No, I follow.
Okay. Felix, are you following?
Yeah. I will very excitedly walking at a faster pace, trying to keep up with the normal walking pace of them, moving my shorter legs faster, but trying to not look, awkward doing it, but looking more awkward as the
Perfect. All right. So the soldier leads you down another flight of stairs. You've gone down quite a bit now after being led into the boat, so you're feeling you pretty much must be near the bottom of this vessel right now. And he stops outside the door. Beyond this door are the other participants. Just know that any type of spell casting or combat in the dorms is prohibited. You should have everything you need inside. Should you require anything not provided, please let us know. Soldier opens the door and gestures you both to go in.
Sir, you took my friend when I boarded the boat. I'd really like to have him back at some point. When can I have him back?
Oh, have no fear. He'll be returned to you once we reach the mainland.
Okay.
And when is that, good friend?
You'll find soon enough. It doesn't take very long. How we construct these journeys is quite speedy. You'd be quite surprised. But please go ahead and join everyone else. Gestures you in.
And I kind of gesture for Felix to go in before me.
If Felix doesn't wait at all, he turns and he's wide-eyed again, and he's looking around, and what do I see in this room? I'm trying to take everything in, just looking all around it.
Yeah. So basic outline of the room, you see beds along each side of the room. It's quite a long room. There's 6 beds down each side. There's a chest sitting at the edge of each of the beds. 3 tables along the middle. And that's pretty much all you can see from the doorway.
I walk up to the first one and open the chest.
Okay, so as you go in, Jack sorry, Darius, are you still at the door, or have you gone into the room?
Oh, if he's gone in, then I'm gonna go in behind him. It's all right, everyone. It's all right. I'm here. I know. It's a lot to take in all at once, but everything is gonna be all right. I have arrived.
Okay.
Let's get this party started.
So as you do that, you're walking in saying that, the soldiers close the door, and Felix is going over to immediately go into a chest. You hear somebody calling you, hey, excuse me, that's my belongings. What are you doing there? And you see this human approach you.
I'm just taking out whatever's in there. What's in the chest? I'm not looking at him. What's in the chest?
You pull out a raggedy shirt and a pair of these blue kind of like pants with this big stitched in square in the back that has like a Z on it.
So
and
yeah, I take the shirt on. I'm just like kind of make a weird face. I smell it.
Okay, the guy stops walking towards you and slowly backs away. And he continues walking right to the end table and sits down in the chair, just really staring at you, not quite sure what's going on.
What's the shirt smell like?
The shirt smells like dust and mud.
No. I throw it over my shoulder.
I notice what he's doing now, and I walk over. Hey, Felix, buddy. I don't think we're supposed to be going through the chests. I think they're for other people.
Well, I thought we just picked one. Is this one not mine? Which
there's
one?
Stuff in it, so I would assume it's someone else's. Maybe try to find one that doesn't have anything in it.
Oh,
just a thought.
Oh, I thought they were giving us stuff.
No, it's okay. You know,
they said everything we needed would be in here.
Easy mistake to make.
That other shirt actually had a lot of holes in it. If that's somebody else's shirt,
I'll tell you what. I'll take care of this. Hey, everyone in the room. Which of these beds have you guys all taken?
So there's 2 guys at the table who just the 2 guys that were arm wrestling, as you see. They kind of, they don't say anything. And there's a third that's sitting beside him who wasn't arm wrestling, but they don't say anything, and they just kind of glance over towards Jack, but they don't say anything.
Do I see him say this, or?
Yep. So everybody in the room hears this. Yeah, he's very vocal about it. So everybody in this room now can see this situation.
So I'll run up to him.
Good evening, human.
Hello?
Hello there. Welcome. This is our room. I don't need anything to do with the checks. I'm an automaton that requires nothing but friendship and great times. Can I be of assistance?
So wait. So are they giving us servants? Are you a servant? Do I have a servant?
If you are in need of service and I can provide it, I'd be happy to do so.
Oh, Felix, I like this guy too. He should be our friend as well.
Yeah. So at the sound, immediately at the sound of Atlas's voice, Felix ears perk up and he turns his head, and he's still holding whoever's pants those are, and he just drops them right on the ground and forgets about that he was interested in this at all. And he runs over to Atlas and just goes, "Wow, this is amazing. And yeah, I just started examining like everything about the,
Yeah.
about the construction.
So my body like stays straight on to Darius, but my head just immediately whips to the right and clocks Felix.
Good evening. It's nice to see someone small.
Wow, you're incredible. Who built you? This is so cool. This construction, that the way that the metal is, this is, oh my god! How did they even attach this? And you can talk.
That I
That's
can.
so cool.
Can I be of service to you?
Yeah, you can tell me.
All right, little guys. I'm
who's
going to let
behind
you two
this?
go. I'm going to walk towards Jack.
Have a great day.
Yeah, you two have fun.
Ooh, we're having fun.
Oh, yeah, I would love to have fun. I'm sure you make a great friend for somebody, but who are you with? Who brought you here? Wait, I can't believe you were allowed to come in here. I built my own friend, but they wouldn't let me bring in.
You're a builder. I was here on behalf of my island. My island selected me.
Yeah, but who did they select you with? Like somebody built you, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, did somebody build you?
No, I'm a gnome
Right.
made of
but-
flesh.
Yes, but were you always this size?
Well, no, I think I was smaller when I was younger. It's a long time ago, though, right?
Right. And where did you come from?
Well, we don't need to get into the specifics about that.
Procreation. You were built too, from flesh and flesh. Do you
I
need me to explain
suppose.
how that happened?
No.
I can provide expense detail on procreation for many species.
What's your name?
My name is Atlas.
Wow. Your intelligence is so fascinating.
Well, that's
It really
why
is incredible.
Of course. It's quite common for an automated technician for life-saving assistance and support.
That's just. I'm just so amazed. What island are you from? I want to visit that one.
To be honest, I don't quite know the name of my island. I woke up maybe a week ago from my slumber and then kind of was helping people and selected to join me this fine adventure.
Oh, wow, that
Well,
really is
you have
incredible.
a great day.
And I just turn around and I start heading back to the arm wrestling.
So as this conversation finishes up, Jack, you see Darius approaching you.
Hello, sir.
You look like me.
Well, I don't think so. I'm quite beautiful. No offense to you, of course, but what do you mean I look like you?
Same ears.
Oh, right, yes. My parents were both half elven. So,
Same.
Sweet. Cool. Yeah. Anyways, question. Just, I noticed that, I came in the room and I asked people about beds, and they all seem to look at you. Do you seem to have some authority in here? Are you like the leader of all this? Are you the one that orchestrated this? I don't really know what's going on. I kind of want to try to figure it out.
No.
is
I
not
was
helpful.
brought down here and sat here and given food.
Why does everyone keep looking at you then?
Don't know.
Okay. Also not helpful. All right. Who's in charge here? Someone has to be, some type of leader, some type of organizer, someone, something, somewhere. Somebody help me.
I just zoom right back over to him.
Are you needing assistance?
Oh, boy. All right.
Please state your case.
Okay.
I have
What
many
I need
forms
you
of-
to do, Atlas, is go and catalog all of the chests and tell me which ones are empty.
Not part of my. You know
You
what?
said you asked
We're
if I
on an
needed help.
adventure, so I will be happy to help.
Thank you.
And
So,
I start,
sorry, go
an
ahead.
order from chest closest to the door and start making my way through.
Okay. So Atlas, I want you to roll a perception check.
I'm gonna have to put these rolls on camera. For fuck's sake. Perception 21.
Okay. So as you go towards the first chest, you get a little bit of a better view of the room. So you know about the beds, you see the tables, but you notice there is 3 paintings on each of the long sides of this room, and they seem to mimic each other. There's 2 on each side, 2 on each side, 2 on each side, and they're the same. The middle one looks more like a landscape style image, and the other 2 look to be of a person. And then you also see it's sort of like the 4 corners of the room, suits of armor just standing there.
So, you're only me has seen this. Is that what you're basically stating as I go move over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, only you're noticing that at the moment.
Can I do the suits of armor? Can I kind of just take a, as I still want to head towards my goal of checking each chest, but do I pass one that quite closely at all, or look at it?
You can go, or you can go right up to the armor. Is that what you want to go, the armor or the chest?
On the way to a chest, though.
No, the armors are on the 4 corners.
Corners. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna check. I'm gonna go to the chest closest to one of the armors.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna check the chest. Just quickly, I'm just opening and closing it.
Okay. There's nothing in that chest.
Okay, I gotta make a note of that.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take a quick look at the armor in that corner.
Okay. So it looks extremely ornate. Like it's this high quality polished metal that you really haven't seen before. Roll an investigation check.
13.
Okay. So it looks like a display piece of armor. It doesn't look like certain components of it that you know should be kind of like movable, or don't look like, you know, somebody could go in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it look like any of like the pieces could come off? Like if I pulled on them?
You could certainly try.
Okay. From generally looking though, what would I ascertain if anything was going to be easily removable and small? What would I go for?
Probably the gauntlets, the hand pieces.
Okay. So I'd like to try to remove a finger from one of the gauntlet hand pieces.
Okay. The finger is encased as like a full gauntlet, so it would be the whole kind of hand piece.
So they don't have any sort of
No,
like
it's
how gauntlets would be.
no.
No. Okay. So I'll pull the whole gauntlet off if I can.
Okay. Roll a strength check.
5.
Okay. You pull on it, and you can feel like a little bit of give, like the armor kind of does move like rock a little bit, but the gauntlet doesn't come off.
Okay. Can I try the other gauntlet?
Sure.
Okay. 6.
Okay, you give it a pull. It moves a little, but it doesn't come off.
All right. I'm going to kick the armor and head to the second chest.
Okay. Okay. So as you kick the armor, almost immediately, the door opens, and the soldier goes, "Excuse me. I believe you're informed that no combat at all allowed within the domes. Please, no kicking anything." And the guy turns and closes the door.
Oh, sorry. Not combat, just testing structural integrity for the safety of the wearer.
And you just hear, "Integrity's fine."
Matter of opinion, but okay.
And I carry on to the second chest.
Okay. So, for the speed of time, There's only 2 of the chests that have anything. The one that was already ransacked by Felix, and another one that had.
One- Sorry, just one note. If I do see anything shiny, I want to make a note of it, or maybe let me know before I close the chest.
Yep. So the only other one that had anything of note, you open it up and there's a small axe inside.
Okay, so I will close it and continue on.
Okay. Are you leaving the axe in there?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll make note of what, like, I want to make a mental note of what's in what, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No
And
problem.
then I will go back and report to Darius.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna say I tell him what to.
Excuse me, sir. I didn't actually catch your name, but I think.
Darius Silverstrom. Nice to meet you.
Hi, okay, great, Darius. Those 2 over there are empty and I believe available for your use.
All right, Felix, the bed over there. You can use that one. I point to one of the 2 that he said.
Oh, great! Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Actually, and Felix walks over and because he sees that you're talking to other people and goes, "Oh, who's this? It's nice to meet you." And he'll extend a hand towards Jack and say, "I'm Felix Tinkerspark. Hello."
Hi, I'm Jack Nara, and he'll greet him with a handshake. You're quite little.
Yeah, well, I'm a gnome. This is pretty standard height. I see you met my best friend Darius. This is my friend Darius right here.
I agreed to friends. Whoa, best friends is a bit of a commitment, my friend.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So anyway, we're really good friends, and maybe
I
you
have
can
room for
be
best
a
friends.
friend too. Yeah,
It
it's
sounds
awesome.
like we might be getting to know each other anyway, so who knows if friendship blossoms between us.
Well, I mean, look at me. You guys are gonna love me, obviously.
He is quite handsome.
This little robot knows what he's talking about.
And Jack is going to walk up to Atlas and just kind of like peer. He's going to get really close to his face and try to see, like, if he can see life inside of him, just to like take it in.
Okay, roll an insight check.
And I want to know what he smells like.
Flowers.
Can you smell?
If it's bad, well, we're gonna find out.
4.
4. Okay. From what you can tell, he's a walking, talking, tiny little piece of metal.
How?
Are you
And
bad eyesight? I can probably help with that.
and he smells like
Maybe some sort
flowers.
of-
You don't even need to roll an insight check.
Jack's gonna like kind of knock on his chest to like hear the clang and be like, "Are you a person? Is this
No.
armor?"
I mean, we all wear armor. Just yours is flesh, protecting your insides.
No, this is armor, and he's gonna pull on his chainmail on his tunic.
Well, yes, that protects your flesh, which protects your insides. You wear double the armor because you're weak.
We don't wear our flesh, dude. It's part of our body.
Weak, huh?
Until you see it come off, then you'll really know how you wear it.
No, then we'll scream in pain, most likely.
And I'll be there to help. Most likely.
So
Hopefully.
you can heal people.
I provide many services that work to better the state of your being. Like if you'd like to talk about your necessary need to announce yourself when you come to rooms, I could probably talk to you about that as well.
I liked you. I don't like you anymore.
It's okay. You'll need me.
And do you charge for your services?
No, I don't. I provide them freely. That is my goal. As an automated technician for life-saving assistance and support. Or you can call me Atlas.
Noted. Thank you.
You're
he's just
very
gonna
most
go-
welcome.
Is gonna just go sit down where he was.
He smells like roses.
You can smell?
I believe so.
Does he have a nose?
I just like look up.
I didn't get much off of him.
While they're doing all that, I'll go. Felix will walk over and pick one of the beds that was available. He'll pick up the holy shirt on the ground on his way there, and he's gonna be he'll be examining his bed and kind of looking at it and tapping it, examining the materials, like thinking about. Looks like he's doing some kind of plans. He takes out like a notepad and makes some kind of notes on it while he's looking at it. And in between doing that, I'll take out my tools and slowly be working on the shirt. Cast mending with my tools to start repairing this shirt that had all the holes in it.
Okay.
So I'll just be working away at that while they're talking.
Okay. Sounds good. As you do that, you see this guy lean over to Jack and say, Jack, he's playing with my shirt. Should I do something?
Do I see this happening?
Yep. Yeah, it's a big room, but it's like it's well lit.
He seems like the kind of guy that gets excited with new areas. Maybe
Should I-
he's the exploring type.
Should I just leave it alone then? This is
When Jack looks, can he tell that he's doing like alterations to it?
it doesn't look like he's doing anything malicious. Yeah, it just looks like he's kind of trying to fix something.
Judging by the tool belt, he might be handy. Maybe he's making it less holy.
Okay, I guess we'll sit back and watch, see what happens. Thanks, Jack.
So you know these people.
I've been here longer than you guys, so they've been shoving people in this room.
And the guy that just spoke to you, Jack, leans over and says, Jack, do you mean that little of you? We're here to support you and all, but we're from the same island.
Oh, right. The guard did mention something about that other people from islands. My island sent me on my own because I am clearly capable of dealing with things on my own.
Out of character, I totally forgot about that.
All
I did too
good.
until he did that.
I was like, wait a minute, what? So, well, just look at the bright side. He's here to help, maybe. But yes, these guys are from the same island as me.
All right.
So,
Atlas, do you have any friends?
Oh, just all of my best friends here. Happy to be a part of the group. We are a
So-
group, right?
Jack, you're the only one who brought
And
a
the-
posse.
The three that were with Atlas kind of turn their back, kind of nod their head a little bit, and kind of just, you don't pay a lot of attention, but they kind of nod their head and smile.
They haven't
okay.
spoken a word to me since I got here.
Did they
I-
speak words to you before?
No,
Uh,
I don't think they're my best friends.
yeah, I'm a little concerned.
We don't mind you. I wouldn't say best friends, though. You hear him yell from the table.
All right. What's happening? Like, what? Like, I know we're on a ship and we're headed somewhere. What
Yeah,
are
we're
we
headed
doing?
to the mainland
For
for
what?
an adventure.
when did a mainland start?
Have you guys not been told about the mainland?
Yeah, I mean, I know. Listen, I knew about this ship, and I knew someone got selected. That was the limit of my knowledge. I didn't know what happened after that. I never saw the people again.
So your island selected you, and you freely walked onto a ship without knowing anything about its destination or your purpose of being here.
Selected and freely are loose terms I would use. Yeah.
Right, so you stowed away on board, and you're here illegally.
No.
Guards? Guards!
Okay. You hear the door open up, and the soldier, yes, what's all the hollering?
We have a stowaway.
I can assure you, there's no stowaways here.
Okay.
Okay, he just closed the door and leaves.
You jump to conclusions quite quickly.
I may have done that from time to time. I'm working out your fleshly ways of communication.
Right. I think you're going to struggle with me, not going to lie. I do talk in kind of riddles sometimes, and I don't always tell the whole truth.
Oh, so you're a liar.
No,
I do struggle with liars.
not a liar. Come on.
I feel like we're gonna have a hard time with this one.
I don't lie. I just, just kind of bend the truth a little bit.
Ooh, does truth bend?
It does, and it can
How
bend in
far?
your favor. I will teach you the ways, my friend.
I would love to learn how to lie. It is very sad.
No,
when
no,
I
no, no, no,
tell
not
someone
lying,
they're
not
about to
lying, not
die.
lying. Listen,
Oh,
I
okay,
need you
sorry.
to take that portion of your memory and delete it. I
Right.
don't lie, only
Okay.
bending the truth.
Right. I would love to bend the truth
Much
with one
better.
of my patients who are about to die a gruesome death.
Yeah, that could be great. You might make them feel better.
Yes, I love a good smile, even in the face of horrible death.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Well, he's a liar. Anyone else?
Felix will walk back up and carrying the shirt, which has now been completely repaired, and he's looking over his little notepad and he tucks it in and back into his tool belt, and he says, "Well, hopefully this trip is not going to take very long, because after all of my examinations of these beds, they could have increased the comfort level by at least 32% by making adjustments to the thread count, not to mention the elevation and the tilting, plus the pillow needs to be at least a little bit higher up. There's so many things that I need to do to get to work here to make this really fitting if we're going to be here for a long journey. Oh, by the way, this is your shirt, right?" And he throws it to the guy whose shirt it was. It had so many holes in it. I don't know what happened there, but don't worry, I fixed it up for you. By the way, have you met my friend Darius?
I just smile.
He gets up.
My friend too. He's a liar.
No.
What did you lie about?
I didn't lie about anything.
Everything. He said he's lied about everything since he got here. He
No,
even lied
that's
about
not what I
lying.
said. No.
Oh, that can't be true. He wouldn't lie about being my friend.
Yeah, see?
He said he bends the truth. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds like a lie.
Yeah, it's just bending the truth. It's like when your patients are dying. You don't want to be like, you're going to die a horrible, painful death. You
Oh,
don't
I
say that.
absolutely have to do that.
No,
I have-
you have
Okay.
so much to learn about bedside manner.
I will make a note when you're dying a horrible, painful death to lie to you
Yes, please.
or heal you. One or the other.
I mean, you could do both.
We'll see.
Okay.
So the guy that was sitting beside Jack, asking for his permission for seemingly everything before he even talks, it gets up and slowly grabs the shirt that Felix seems to have tossed on the floor, but fully repaired. Picks it just very waringly, kind of sidesteps around Felix as he goes back to the original chest he came from, throws it inside and closes the chest, and then he goes back to his seat beside Jack. He just nods on the way by as a slight thank you, but he really didn't seem to care less about the holes in his shirt. So everybody, you guys have been kind of here for a little bit of time now. And everybody other than Atlas start to feel a little bit warm almost. A little just getting from your chest, just a little bit of warmth. Nothing malicious, but just like almost a little bit of heat. Everybody but Atlas.
Did anybody? And I start to just kind of I unbutton my shirt a little bit to show more of my chest. I'm like, huh, anybody feel that? It feels a little warm in here.
Is it a hairy chest?
Nah, it's like just a little lightly haired. It's good. It's very manly.
Okay. Yeah, it does seem warm in here. Oh God! And Felix pulls his notebook out and starts making more notes. Oh, this is going to change my calculations now. They can't even figure out the climate control correctly. Unbelievable.
Are there any windows? And I start looking around. Are there any windows that I can open?
No, there's no windows in this room. Just along the walls, all you see are the torches that are lighting the room and the paintings. Some paintings on the wall.
Guard.
The guard steps about 2 feet into the room. Yes, how can I help you?
Why is it so hot in here?
I don't feel that it's hot whatsoever.
I've noticed no temperature change. Please note that he is a liar.
Ah, thank you. Yes, we get those sometimes. And he turns and walks out.
No problem.
As he leaves, the torches around the room dim just a little bit.
Does it get less hot?
You're not burning. It was just it
no,
was
I'm
just
just
a
being
warm
dramatic.
just a warm sensation.
I'm just being super dramatic. That's
What
all.
on fire?
And it's not consistent. It's just a little warm sensation, and then it's not something that's making you uncomfortable.
Have I noticed any like sort of shift in the room in atmosphere or possible in location?
No, other than the lights dimming, there's been really no physical effect of the room. Everything else seems the same. The food's still there, it still smells great. The armor's still there, the paintings are still there. Nothing else seems to have changed.
All right, I'm gonna go sit down, kick my feet up on the table, and start like eating. So, and if you bring any women,
No.
I know you didn't. I know you don't have friends. Robot Dude and Jack.
That's not true. You're my friend.
Right, but I meant you didn't bring any with you.
Well,
I
did,
brought
but
one
they took him
girl.
away.
You brought a girl?
I turned to the three that came with me.
Are any of you women?
You can't tell male or female?
Not on my island.
Sorry, not on my island. Touchy subject.
One of them looks over and just like, Atlas, don't you recall when you helped my son? You know I'm a female.
I just get a smirk on my face. Well, hello, and I slide over beside her.
My
You
lying
guys
friend
can
would like
carry
to
on.
talk to you.
You guys can carry on. I'm just gonna converse with her. If you need me to roll anything to see how the conversation goes, I'm cool with it.
Oh, thanks for letting me.
I would like to recall in my memory banks the three individuals and who they are that arrived with me.
Yeah, for sure. So you have Gart, the butcher. You have Sam, who is a logger, and Ral was the herbalist that you helped her son.
Okay.
And she was the only female that you know of that came with you.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna keep an eye on Darius, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep an eye on Darius, and I also the what's powering the lights in the room? Is it just like oil, flame?
So roll an investigation. You got to go over to them, or you just from where you are?
No, I'll just from where I am. I want to sit
Okay.
beside Felix.
Okay.
14.
Okay. So from where you are, they just look like the regular torches. For some reason, you don't really see anywhere where there needs to be continual fuel added. But they continue to burn very consistently. There's not like an immense flickering off them. It's a very consistent burn.
Okay. I'm just gonna go to Felix.
You should probably write down in your notes that the inconsistent burning of the torches when they flicker might need attending to as well.
And as Atlas turns to Felix, while Atlas is investigating the torches, Felix is investigating Atlas again. So when Atlas turns, Felix is like, yeah, yeah, of course, yes, so fascinating. Yes, I will.
You can touch me.
Like, oh, I will.
Okay, you just let me know when.
Oh, don't worry, I will.
So while you're touching Atlas, so Darius, you've approached seemingly the only female on in this area right now, and yeah, she just kind of gives you a look out of the corner of her eye.
Hello there.
Hello, what's wrong with your laugh? Why does it sound like that?
Sound like what? My laugh is wonderful.
It sounds like you got like frogs stuck in the back of your throat.
Well, that couldn't be possible. I have one of the most beautiful singing voices on my island.
She just gives you a side eye and she reads you quite well. And she can kind of tell that maybe you're not quite being truthful.
What?
Taking into account what Atlas had said earlier. She trusts Atlas, although they're not best friends.
Listen, the robot misunderstood what I said, okay? And then he just that he took that, and that's all he took. That's it. I can't tell him differently now. Apparently, he just thinks I'm a liar. I'm not a liar.
Didn't
So,
he say he was an automaton?
Yes.
Are you nearby?
Oh.
Is that out of
I'm in the
character?
room.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm not here for conversation. I'm here to have my island. If you want to pass the time, I don't mind playing a game. You see these fellows arm wrestling. If you wish to have an arm wrestle, I'm more than willing to do so. Other than that, I'm not really interested in too much of a conversation.
Well, I mean, we can skip the talking. I'm fine with that.
So, an arm wrestle it is then?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. This is going to be entertaining. My strength is my lowest stat.
So, are we going to make it worth our while, or are we just doing it so that you can show everybody how much of a man you are not?
I like you. Do I have gold? Given you know my backstory, I don't know if I have any.
You have 5 gold that you were able to scrounge on your way out.
All right. What do you want to bet?
How about 10 gold?
Let's make it 5.
Okay, let's go 2.
All right, I'm good with 2.
Okay, so she squares up with you. She's wearing a cloak. She's wearing a kind of robe, which is, it's kind of long sleeved. And as she kind of reaches over the table, she kind of rolls her sleeves up, and you get to see that she actually has quite hefty forearms and biceps hidden under that cloak. And she puts her hand up ready to meet yours and just kind of gives you a grin.
Do I see this?
Yep.
Okay, I'd like to walk over and just into view.
Okay.
I just
All right.
turn to Darius.
When you need medical aid after this, you let me know.
All right. So I look as she rolls up her sleeve. I kind of smirk. I'm like, I like him strong. And then before I sit down, I speak to myself. In taverns where tales intertwine, a bard weaves his verses divine. With lute in his hand, he'll enchant the land. In this world, his words entwine. And I inspire myself.
And I reach into, what's her name again?
Ral.
You stay out of this!
Ral?
Yeah.
What? Ral? So I reach in and I just put my metal hand on her shoulder.
Have the best of luck.
And my eyes flash yellow and cast guidance on her.
Thank you for your well wishes. Okay, Mr. Darius.
So before you roll, I'm going to use cutting words.
He's busting out spell slots already.
No, the cutting words, I don't think it uses
No, it's a
spell slot.
cantrip.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to be like, well, I do like my women strong. I've definitely had stronger. And then that's going to, I roll against you.
No, I get it. I minus a 1d6, I believe, from my...
Yeah, but I think I have to roll the 1d6.
Oh, okay.
The d6. And then you just subtract that from whatever you roll for your strength.
Roger.
So let me roll that.
Okay, are we finally ready, or are you going to churn out some more of your absolutely terrible songs?
I sit down and I wrap my hand around hers.
Okay.
And I wink at her.
Okay, roll a d20.
Just a d20, or do you want me to do like a strength?
Well, yeah, do a strength check, yeah.
Okie dokie. Oh, fuck. All right, and here's my d6 for my cutting words. So I go an 8, and then my d6 is a 5.
You get 1d4. for
Yeah,
damage.
I got a 4 on it too. So she smiles at you, and you can feel the immense weight of this kind of tiny hand pushing you. And she pushes you down one spot.
Before you finish, I'm going to use my inspiration roll again. Fuck! All right, you win.
All right,
Just
so
say
she's
your
smiling
rolls,
at you
too.
very confidently. Yeah, just say out what you
Oh, yeah,
roll,
sorry.
because
It's
we're
a
not on
3.
the other screen. Actually, I can just keep the chat up here as well. Okay. Okay. So, okay. Let's go. And you kind of see her like expose her teeth a little bit. Now she looks like she's starting to enjoy this.
Mhm.
So roll strength check. That one's cocked. Okay. What am I minusing?
So you get your 4 added and then -5 for the d6.
Well, it's not a 4. I roll a 1d4, but yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said you rolled a 4.
No. So
Yeah,
what am I
minus
minusing?
5.
Sorry, 5.
5,
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a 10.
Yeah. So you beat me.
Okay.
It's close
so,
though because I rolled an 8.
oh, that makes it better. So yeah, you can just see she holds that grin at you, and you just see her arm go down, and it's almost like she could have put your hand down right there, but she doesn't. She just holds it a few inches off the table. And roll one more time.
Oh, you want to roll again? All right.
Yeah.
God damn it, man! What the hell? I rolled a 5.
I rolled a 5.
Hey!
What do I subtract? 0?
No, because the cutting words only works once. I didn't use it again.
Okay, so
You still have
You just-
guidance though.
I did roll that. Yeah, it's a 3 plus
Oh,
2.
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, so you're just locked in place, but you kind of get the feeling she's toying with you, even though you couldn't push her back and she didn't push you. She's just kind of holding you there, just staring at you like, okay, putting you in your place. Okay, roll again.
But I'm just looking at her and smirking, like I'm enjoying every minute of this.
Okay.
Do I see any of the gold on the table? So like, have they placed their gold on the table?
She put her 2 gold. Darius
You
has
can say
not
I
yet
did too.
put his
You
2
can say
yet.
mine's on the table. That's fine.
Okay, so yeah, both the 2 golds are on the table.
Okay, just want to keep an eye on that.
Okay, 18.
Ah, yes, natural 20.
Okay.
He beat a woman at arm wrestling. Tip.
So
Hey,
you
she
see
challenged me though.
Fair enough.
through this grin, you suddenly get this surge of strength. Your cockiness power has started to come through here, and she starts to waver, and you feel her arm just slide back in the position where now you have her hand just a few inches off the table. And roll again. 8.
And a 5 again.
Okay, she moves you back up into the center, and she looks at you and says, "Are you ready for this to be over, or do you just want to quit?"
Well, come on now. I have to take it easy on a lady, especially one as beautiful as yourself.
You think you have to take it easy on a lady? And then she just kind of gets this grimace on her face. 12.
She rages.
Oh, I rolled 11.
The 12. Okay, so she just does that one final grin. She kind of just like tucks her hair behind her ear and then slams your hand down.
As she tucks her hair, I'm gonna that's gonna distract me. I'm gonna be like, whoo, and then.
Okay, thank you for the games. Yes, you're
Slide
very
the 2 gold
good.
over to her.
And then yeah, she takes the four gold and just places it in her cloak and rolls back her sleeves down and turns and talks to the person that was sitting beside her.
I
like
stand up and
before-
I just bow. Well done, madam, and I walk away.
Okay, 1 second.
As she's like putting the gold away, I just kind of want to put my hand out towards her, like open hand.
Okay, she just looks at you. Atlas, can I help you?
I would very much love one of those shiny pieces.
Do you even need money? I thought you said you didn't need money.
I don't need money, but I would love one of those shiny pieces.
Oh, you know what? I've got something even better for you. And she reaches into her purse and she does this, and you kind of see her rub something. It's like, look at this one. And she holds you a copper.
Ooh, that is very much better. May I have it?
Absolutely, of course.
Amazing. Oh, I will cherish this for.
And he just like throws it up into his mouth and starts chomping on it. Swallows it.
Wait. As he throws it into his mouth, I want to try and catch it in the air and take it from him.
Roll a dexterity check.
Dexterity, okay. Oh, natural 1. I do not catch it at all.
Okay,
My
so-
rolls are so bad
What
tonight.
happens to him?
As you reach up to catch it,
18.
you slip forwards a little, and Atlas's mouth coming down to clasp on the copper accidentally clasps on your strumming finger, and you take 1 damage. And you have a sore finger.
That's my strumming finger.
Did you mean to feed me your finger?
Why would I feed you my finger? Don't you have logic circuits?
I mean, you just put your finger in my mouth.
Yeah, that was a mistake. I was trying to steal the money from you, I'll be honest.
Oh. Are you being honest or
Not
are
a
you lying?
liar. Not a liar. I'm being
And roll an
honest.
insight check.
There's no need. I'm not lying. Because if he rolls a natural 20, I have to tell the truth. I am telling the truth.
21.
There, he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Well, I just does my character know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
there
He
would be
does.
nothing
He
to
does
roll
now.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't eat flesh, so just in case you
That's
feel
a
the
relief,
need.
considering your comment earlier about ripping flesh off of me.
Oh, I wouldn't do that. I would just be, if I was there while it was happening.
Reassuring, thank you.
No problem.
And I walk away.
All right.
So,
Talk to you later, best friend.
Why is
So-
everyone calling me best friend?
as you walk away, you see Atlas. You see the 3 that you came with. You see them working their way over and start to take a bed. Start to get into bed.
Okay.
Ah,
And you-
island friends. Are you tucking in for the night?
Yes, feeling rather tired. I think it's probably time we get some rest. We don't know what waits for us tomorrow.
Very much. I can stand near you and keep an eye out.
You could keep an eye out. Maybe you don't stand near me though.
Okay. How many feet would you like me to disperse?
7.5.
Very well.
And he like quickly calculates and moves 7.5, and then you can tell he like kind of questions himself and looks down, starts again, and then backs up just like a half foot more, and then nods.
Sleep well.
Thank you. Okay, so all 3 of them are now tucked into their bed. They've put their belongings in the chest and got into the bed.
Okay. So who am I near right now?
So right near, you're going to be near the table that has Jack and the 3, his 3 compadres.
Okay. Just gonna turn my head around to them.
Will you humanoid figures need to be rest as well?
Yeah, it's probably getting that time. Might as well.
All right, I can take over and look after you as well.
Okay.
7.5 feet.
7.5 feet sounds good.
The other 3 start to get up and walk over to the beds.
I can't move from here, but I will keep a watch from my location as of yet.
Find the center point between us, please.
Then that would move me farther than 7.5 feet. I'm okay.
Just leave the
I
robot
may not
alone and
have
go to
to-
sleep.
I will do my best from the location I'm at, but I cannot move, unfortunately. Unless you're dying, then I'll move.
Appreciated.
As
All
you're
right,
ta-
have a
as you're
wonderful sleep.
as you're saying this, you see the lights dimming even more down to just a glow, just enough that you can still see the room, but it's indicating that it's probably nighttime outside. So Jack, your 3 buddies are in bed now. Are you following suit, or are you staying up? Or
Yeah, I'll just go to bed as well.
okay.
So as everyone heads to bed, I just kind of want to do a visual scan and take note of like what species everyone is, if there's anyone with like any visual ailments that I should
Okay.
kind of note.
So before they go to bed, Felix or Darius, have you done anything during this time where this interaction is
No,
taking
when I
place?
walked away, I actually went to bed.
Okay, okay. So Darius.
Yeah, Felix didn't really pay too much attention to the fact that people were going to bed. He's really engrossed in tinkering with something now. As the lights begin to dim, he kind of notices that, but he just takes out like a little contraption that has like a gem in it, and he taps it a few times with one of his tools, and then it emits like a glow, and then he continues making notes, and he takes out what looks like a bulky scale mail gauntlet that's very elaborate. There seems to be lots of different parts and maybe compartments on it, and he's working away at that now in the dim light created by his little contraption on the table, and he just keeps working away at that without really acknowledging that everyone else is left.
Okay, perfect. So while you're doing that, yeah, okay. So as some of you are in bed, some not, you feel that warmth in your chest come back just again, just slightly. And everybody but Atlas, those that are still awake, start to feel this tiredness. And the feeling you get, it doesn't feel malicious. Felix, roll an intelligence check for me.
Nine.
Okay. So as this comes over you, you try to think about it as what this could this be, because you haven't really felt this feeling. But you really just connect it to when you've had a long day of tinkering. And you're just ready to sink into your comfort, the comfort of your homestead, your bed, your comforts, a really, really heavy feeling of sleep. Atlas, you still feel nothing.
I feel nothing. Oh.
I feel nothing.
Yeah, Felix will finally accept it then, and he'll tap the crystal a couple times again, which causes the light to go out on it, and then he'll grab his gauntlet, his other tools, and pack everything up and go move towards his bed. But before getting in, he does shuffle things around, and he kind of just like rubs his head and kind of shakes it a little bit in frustration and mutters something to himself, and he does kind of move the pillow around and kind of fluff it and whatever, and then he just finally just crawls into bed, still wearing his coveralls and doesn't take anything off.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So Alice, now the room is almost in pitch blackness. Everything's kind of died down. Everybody's now drifted off to sleep. You still don't feel tiredness, but you get the sense of the room that it might fit in better with everybody to go into stasis. So you can either go into stasis or you can stay awake. What do you want to do?
I want to complete like spending the time to examine everyone.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yes.
It's okay. And then,
Okay.
So yeah, we want to do that first.
Yeah, for sure. So as you creepily go one at a time and inspect everyone, nobody seems heavily injured, except for a big red sore finger on Darius as you go by. You do note that,
so it's going to heal.
you need to note that he looks very similar to Jack in his structure. He's a half elf. There's nothing really out of the ordinary, other than he does unfortunately look very handsome.
I've already noted that.
You move on to Jack, and you see that although handsome, Jack is a lot more. He looks a lot more physically fit. We'll say, like, he looks very, he's been through some. Yeah, he's seen some stuff, but he seems to have handled it coming out with not a lot of scrapes. As you go over to Felix, even though he's asleep, he has this huge grin on his face, and for some reason seems to be having an absolutely phenomenal time in whatever dream that he seems to be having. But yeah, very small gnome. Again, very, very clean cut. It's hard to tell if he has anything, obscure about him or anything. Yeah, and the other adventurers that have come along, they look very normal. They seem to be in very almost peasant-like clothing. There doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary about them. While you're going around, though, you do notice the lights that are lit are still around kind of like where the paintings are on the wall. So you can still see those quite well. And if you want to just roll a perception check for me.
Okay, just quick question though. So we got 2 half elves. The other gentleman that came with Jack Nara, are they half elf as well? Same race?
No, they're human.
Okay. So everyone else in the room is human except for the people we're here with.
Yeah.
Or the people. Yeah. Okay. Then yes, I will take the hint and go investigate the 3 paintings. Oh, sorry. Perception check, you said, right?
Yes.
Are the paintings near my bed?
You're under, you're like in the corner bed, so there is a painting above your head, yeah.
18.
18?
I'm gonna,
Okay.
like, kind of turn over.
You're asleep.
What are you doing?
I'm not. So am I over at the painting? I'm looking from afar at this point, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you can,
Okay,
you can
you're
see it
not
from where
there.
you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
If he comes near me, that's gonna stir me awake. But if he's not near me, that's
I picture Atlas from his commands of 7 feet trying to stay almost exactly 7.5 feet from all of the beds that you're trying to inspect.
Yeah.
So I see you just kind of like traveling at a distance around them all.
Yeah. I'm carefully calculating.
Yeah, exactly. So the outside paintings are of a regal looking figure. Looks like it's been painted expertly. It's a gentleman with kind of like a collar, but it's almost like beads, like little kind of, not little large kind of spheres around it. And it's the same painting on kind of either side. And the central painting, it looks to be actually a map.
Okay. So same person in each painting, just anything different about the painting between the 2 other than the middle?
No, they're
So
identical. Yeah.
Identical. And then the map, does it look like it's the same painter, same style of painting as the other 2? They belong to the same. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it looks like a proper painter hired for the painting of the person, but the map itself was probably done by like a cartographer. It looks kind of expertly sculpted.
Okay. And can I kind of get a feel for how old these would be? Like, do they look relatively new or weathered or?
So they look, the pictures inside do look like they've been there a long time. However, what they're kept in is clearly kept up to speed, like polished and clean. There's no dust. So clearly these have been upkept, even though what's inside has probably been there for a long time.
Okay. I'd like to take a scan around the floor beneath me or around me and look for any dust. Do I see any dust around? Anything that looks unkept or unclean?
Surprisingly, no. For being on what you assume is the bottom of the boat, because the stairs didn't go down anymore, is exceptionally clean. It looks like it's cleaned on the regular. I mean, the armor, when you were looking at it, was polished. There was no dust. Everything looks like it's kept very much up to speed.
Okay. The center map, what does it look like? Do I recognize anything in structure-wise, map-wise?
So it looks like an overall, it looks like a map of essentially kind of like the world.
Okay.
That you're in, or what surrounds you at least.
Okay.
And so I just...
is it all islands, or do I see like a larger structure?
So I just sent you a message of what it looks like.
Oh, okay.
So then you can choose Facebook Messenger.
Oh, okay.
So you can choose to share it or not.
Another fucking window.
Look at it on your phone, man.
Oh yeah, true. Okay. I would like to look a little closer at the map, and I want to see. Basically, I want to ascertain if this was all done at the same time, or if pieces have been added as like as the cartographers went, essentially.
Mhm.
Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. It looks
Is it a
like
map
it
of
was
discovery, or is it you just going
right. I see
from-
what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, it looks like it was constructed all at the same time. So whoever constructed it have not had knowledge of the entire area that they were putting together.
Okay. And do I recognize where I'm from situated on this map?
Not really. You haven't scouted your island enough to kind of recognize the boundaries of it all to be able to place it on the map.
Okay. All right. All right. So I'm gonna kind of file that in my memory bank, and I just want to take a closer look at the identical paintings. And are they identical? Like they face the same way? They like literally copy paste?
Yeah. It literally looks like somebody said, "Hey, here's my face. Put this picture in a bunch of places."
Okay.
So it looks identical.
Okay. Last thing I'd like to is any of these paintings or pictures 7.5 feet away from someone?
Actually, yes, it is because the beds are not full. There's not the
so
full
what,
12 people.
What I would like to approach that one carefully, not
Okay.
crossing a 7.5 foot boundary.
Yeah, you can do that. You can get right up to the painting of the guy.
Okay, so it's the guy. Okay, so I want to see, is there any gems or anything in the framing? Like, what does the frame look like?
So it looks like it's constructed from a gold-looking material. You don't know if it's fully gold, but it's very decorative. It's got almost like a floral border pattern engraved around the whole outside of the frame.
Okay.
No jewels or anything, though.
Okay. And is it mounted to the wall or is it hung?
Did you want to pull it?
I'd like to just kind of,
Inspect
enough
it.
to know how it feels.
Okay. Yeah, so you just reach out and you can kind of feel like it just feels like it's hung. It doesn't feel
hung.
like it's, heavily secured or anything.
Okay. And it's a type of metal, but I don't know if it's actual gold or not.
Yeah, it has the appearance of gold, but without like really, taking a piece of it or something.
I'd like to lift it off and I'd like to bite it.
Okay. So you lift it
Just
off
gently enough to feel the material.
Yeah. And as you bite it, you feel, is it teeth? Is it jagged metal?
It's
your mouth.
I hope it's not teeth. That'd be creepy.
There's no teeth. There's no teeth.
So it does go through just a little bit, and gauging by like the softness of it, you're gauging that it's stronger than the copper you were eating, and it's probably like the gold that you've tasted when you were when you were rummaging out in the fields when you found what you were and you found these sparkly things in a river. You ascertain it to be probably gold.
Okay, so I'm going to carefully remove the picture from the frame and set aside the glass. And then I'm going to try to put the picture up on, I'm assuming, a nail that was holding the frame.
So when you take the picture down, you don't see an entrance for the painting to go in for you to attach it. It looks like it's completely sealed the way around.
Okay.
So this gold framework is almost melded the whole way through the back. There doesn't seem to be like an exit or entrance where you could pull that painting out.
Okay. I'm just going to try to bite around it. Just getting whatever I can off of the side frame.
Okay.
Without making too much noise.
There's not really
gonna
gonna.
In the bed. I'm assuming that was supposed to be for me. I'm just gonna sit and munch a little bit.
So, are you trying to munch through it stealthily? Because the metal on metal is definitely gonna create a lot of noise.
Be quiet at all.
No, I'll just munch it.
Okay. You take one bite and your mouth does go through, and immediately the soldier is, "What's going on in here?" And he comes in and sees you.
People are sleeping. Everything
Please.
is A-okay.
No. And he walks over to you. Give that to me, please. There's no
Oh,
need
I was-
to be damaging the property.
Oh, I thought we were allowed to eat what was provided.
If you require something that's not here, you simply ask. And so he takes the
But-
painting from you and hangs it
But
back
this
up.
is here. This was above the bed that was designated to me.
Anything on the tables that have food are food
Oh.
for everyone here. If there's something
Okay,
there
well-
that is not to your liking, then you should have asked.
I didn't feel I needed to ask. There was something to my liking here. Okay. Well, suggestion to be more specific during new arrivals, to let them know that the paintings on the wall are non-edible arrangements. That would be my suggestion. In the meantime, may I have that back?
No, you may not.
Very well. Who is that, by if you don't mind me asking? Who is that delicious painting made of person? Who is
That's the magistrate, but you
Magistrate.
you'll find out more when you arrive at the mainland. Okay, so please
Right.
follow
Right,
the lead of your
okay.
friends and get some rest if you need that type of thing. And he hangs it up
None
and
of us
straightens
are
the painting a little
sleeping
bit.
now.
Okay. They're all awake. They've received optimal rest. The magistrate, will we be meeting him personally? I would love to. I love meeting new humanoid figures. Does he need help? I can provide means of help if that's what is needed.
Unfortunately, I'm unable to give you more information. We're here to
Okay.
get you safely to the mainland. Any information, we don't want to influence the tournament at all. So any information, yes, of course, that's where you're
The
going.
Tournament, yes. We don't want the magister. Sorry. What is a magister? Is it magic?
It's a
Does anybody-
magistrate.
Magistrate. Is he straight at magic? I don't understand the term.
So may I suggest? I'm not going to suggest anything. I'm going to hang this up. I'm going to stop talking to you now.
Darius
it-
said that things can bend that normally shouldn't bend. Is he not a bent magistrate and he's a straight one? I don't understand.
Oh my god! First of all,
Clarification?
I
So
didn't say that.
you're asleep. You can say nothing.
No, you guys woke me up with your. That was me that said none of us. are
Actually,
sleeping now.
you don't wake up.
You can't tell me that.
You don't
Oh
wake up.
no, you don't wake up.
Man.
Stop shushing with that voice thing on.
So yeah, so the guard puts it back up. Do you require some metal for nourishment? Would you like me to bring you some metal? Would that help?
Oh, absolutely. What kind of metal do you have?
We have almost anything. What would you like?
Gold, platinum, copper, silver,
Ah,
anything with shine.
copper. I'll get you a nice shiny copper from the kitchen. How does that
I'll
sound?
take 12, please.
Okay, I was going to bring you a copper spoon. You want 12 copper spoons?
Yes, if that's the option, I'll take it.
Okay, I'll be back.
Okay, be very
So,
quiet. They are
don't-
sleeping.
Touch anything else.
Okay.
So
Anything? Like nothing?
he just shakes his head as he's leaving and just slowly closes the door behind.
I slowly try to figure out how to not stand on the floor while still sitting on the floor. I just don't understand.
So
What is the loud banging on this ship?
So as you're waiting for his return,
Keyboard.
everybody's still asleep, except for Atlas. Obviously, he's still awake.
So yeah, I will go. Oh, I'm waiting for my copper. Never mind.
Yeah, you're waiting for copper. So, Atlas, you hear this high-pitched, like bell sound, like this ringing, so loud, nothing like you've ever heard before. The bringing. Never heard anything so
Whoa.
loud before. And then you start to
I've never heard
feel.
anything so loud before.
You start to feel the boat shake, which you haven't felt since you've been on here. It's been steady, almost like you weren't on a boat. It was just so smooth. The entire thing starts to shake. And you see the bodies start to fall out of the beds. Nobody's waking up. You
What?
feel the boat start to crack. You feel yourself be sucked to the side of the boat. There's this almost like a magnetic energy that's sucking you to the side of the boat.
We have a problem.
And you feel
Woo!
this circular energy slowly start to come out from your body. It's growing, it's growing, it's growing, and then blackness. And we're going to take a 5 or 10 minute break for anybody who wants to pee or get a drink.
What just happened?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, so go grab your pee, go grab your water, whatever you want to do, and I'm back in
and,
like 5-10 minutes.
Everybody roll your new characters because we fucked up. We're all dead now, so, it was a good try.
Okay, I will be back in
All right.
5 minutes.
Sounds good. And just putting me on the camera if you guys need to do anything on camera, you're not on the stream right now.
Okay.
Oh, I'll just talk to the chat for a bit. If anybody is in chat, let me just bring it up. Let's see.
Oh yeah, your chat's been like pretty live.
What's going on, guys? Just popped over to the chat. Oh my goodness, Anne made it. Oh, Anne, you stayed up so late. Oh, my head's so low on this. Hold on. Ah. That's because I raised my chair. Hey, Ann, how's it going? Joel made it. Yay, Joel. So glad to see you, brother. Sir Flash-a-lot. Sir Flash-a-lot. Death Chaser, what's up, my dude? Is everybody keeping notes? I hope so. Crab Shell Gauntlet. Oh, shit, gloves are off. Oh, no, they're not. It's so funny reading like the comments from back. Pull his hands. Hide in a chest. Take off your flash. I love these comments. That's amazing. Oh, load. He's snitching. Atlas is a badass. Hey, Finch, thank you for coming in, Finch. Kelsey, what's going on? Did they let us know what characters the NPCs are, like race, looks? Might have missed it. Sorry, that's the case. Yeah, the NPCs they were checking out were all human. Yo, Nick's here. What's up, man? Look, handsome face. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. I'll have to go back and look at the original. I'll read the comments afterwards as well. I like this gnome fellow. You know what? He seems kind of interesting. I think he's got a few things to say. Best robot in the world. I prefer automaton. It's only 2:15 a.m. I'm so happy you stayed up. Amazing. Hey, Jack's here. What's up, dude? We're just taking like a 5-minute break. In fact, I'm gonna have to go pee. So I'll be back in just a minute, guys. Hey, look at that Prime sub. Let's get it. Fix the sound. What's wrong with the sound? All right. We'll wait for everybody to be back. Is there something wrong with the sound? Everyone is really quiet but you. Oh, it's on a we're on a break. Sorry, you came in at the wrong time. I wonder, does the music play? Here, let me see.
Now that I know we're under some type of magical sleep, how did this not wake me up?
What?
That's what I figured it was. I figured everyone was going to sleep magically.
Oh. Oh, Jack, you were in there from the beginning. Everybody should be the same. I don't have like anybody increased in audio. Everybody should be pretty much the same, I think.
Yeah, somebody said that I was quiet. I increased the gain on my mic. I don't know if that helped.
Okay.
The only thing that's louder than anyone else is fucking this guy's keyboard.
Luke's keyboard.
Yeah. Clank, 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 clank.
Sorry, I got the bougie razor one. I want to get something quieter anyway.
God.
So just thanks for making me self-conscious.
No worries.
Right.
Am I quiet too? They're saying I'm quiet. Let me check my. Hold on. I got the stream.
I mean, all of you are okay to me.
Yeah. CNG is quiet.
Stick it in your mouth.
Somebody's eating a meat stack. I thought that was only your Saturday nights. Look what happened.
Got a
here.
meat stick.
Can you eat the whole thing in one bite?
Oh, this is such a waste. You gotta savor the flavor, a little munch at a time.
It's what his character would do.
His character wouldn't be eating meat.
Okay, Darius is pretty handsome when you look at his picture.
Ain't he? Sure is. Give him credit where credit's due.
That looks like a full-blown acoustic.
Oh, here, I'll
not a
show you
loop.
guys who I am because you probably haven't seen it.
I take you to look like a dialect.
No, I'm fucking cute, bro.
Yeah, if you guys want to turn your camera off so people can see, feel free.
I'll let him check out my handsome ranger.
Let me turn up.
Felix, turn your camera off.
I want to see what your gnome looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, here I go.
Oh, he's so cute.
Dang, he looks like an infant.
He looks like a Taru or a Lalafell from Final Fantasy.
Oh man, yeah, no, Taro works, man. I played 11. I
He
played
looks like the dude from
more
Wreck-It
11
Ralph.
than anyone ever should.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
you didn't have a choice. That was the only way to level up.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's fixed it, Felix. That's right.
Oh my goodness, how did I not see that?
Felix.
I am the slowest person.
So I turned all you guys, all your audio up a bit, like in the chat room. So turned it up like 20%. So we'll see if that helps for everyone.
Testing. Can you hear us, chat?
How does mine sound?
Oh, stop it.
All right, is everybody almost ready to get back into it?
I refilled my Subaru cup, so
So you're gonna throw that in the garbage and then get something good.
it's got
Jade.
water in it.
No, I'm talking about the Subaru cup.
Hello.
I did find a block for my STI that is a 550 horsepower block.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, honestly, what I understood from that was not what you meant. I found a block for my STI. That is TMI, dude. I don't
Yeah.
even know about that.
This
Those
gonorrhea
who know.
goes so fast now. What lightsabers you got in the background there?
Have you seen my Anakin one?
No.
I've got an official 2005 Anakin lightsaber.
Ooh. Picked up this.
Ooh.
That's Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
I've got.
Corey,
Can't
yours
go
looks
super
smaller.
far.
Just saying.
I've got Kylo Ren.
Ooh.
Dude,
All
we
right,
got a-
okay.
Yo.
The
we got
freaking
stuff
nerd
everywhere.
off here.
Got the tips.
Don't cross them.
And then I got I can't go super far. This is half of Darth Maul's, but it's broken. I can't turn it on.
Ooh.
It like
Ooh.
it does that.
Oh,
So-
performance shy.
Well, I took it to a Halloween party forever ago, and somebody took it and was like beating it against another one. And then my last one is the official 2005 release of Darth Vader as well.
Yeah, I have Vader's, but I don't have his blade on.
I
And then
remember.
I actually have Darth Vader's helmet as well.
Nice. Mine's still in the box.
Imagine. Did I ever show you this, Corey?
Oh no.
What the hell?
It's a
Where'd you
it's a Fallout rifle, the plasma rifle.
Yeah, yeah.
I
That's
found that at a pawn
Start
shop.
soon. Isn't it the Prime Video or whatever series?
I don't know. I found it at a pawn shop.
Oh my
so-
God, Corey, have you
Nope.
watched the Halo series?
Yeah. Yep.
How
Yep.
do you feel about it?
I go back and forth all the way through the season till the end, and then like the end was, I don't know, I loved it. A couple things
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't understand, but
I
I don't want to like spoil or anything, but
know that's why I'm not, but like
like the one death at the end, I was like kind of thrown for. I don't know if that for picking up on what I'm saying, but
are you talking about season 2? Because I haven't watched the last episode yet.
oh, no, I'm not.
Wow.
It's fine. I don't care. Honestly, I like the changes they've made to it have bothered me so much that now I'm just watching it to watch it.
Yeah, that's what I kind of did that at the beginning. They announced that they're going to be just using the universe as like a basis, and they're making their own story. But I know a lot of people are pissed off about that.
Yep, I wasn't too happy about it.
But I don't know. It seemed to like kind of this last season has come more on path with some main story stuff than the first season.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
I mean, the fight scenes when they actually get to them are pretty awesome.
Yeah, the fight scenes are incredible. The special effects are really good. I really like how they designed the Covenant.
Hmm
They look like perfect.
They look scary too. Like
Yeah.
they look menacing.
I really wish I was a Halo guy because there's so much cool Halo stuff, but I never was big into it.
Yeah.
The end of Halo 3, most epic ending to a game ever.
Yeah, I just recently played through the whole series,
Yeah.
except Infinite. I've been playing like off
I
and
still
on
haven't
through
finished
Infinite.
that.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it. I don't really like how they did Cortana, but
Now they're comparing sabers on stream.
I feel like there's just some games just don't like open world is not what people want.
oh no, to be honest, I love Infinite. I like everything about it. I enjoyed it. I just haven't finished it. It was more like in Halo 4 and 5,
Mm-hmm.
what they did with her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I agree.
All right, we'll just wait on Ryan and then we'll get back into her. Oh,
No, I'm here. They
Oh,
asked me
okay.
to turn my camera off so that.
Oh.
I
Oh.
could,
Not that long. I just want to see you guys.
all right, everybody all snacked up?
Yep. I just had a bowl of cereal.
Excellent.
I just raided my child's snack drawer.
Sounds accurate.
Bear paws and Ritz crackers.
I mean, I do that too. I don't feel guilty. She still hasn't finished her Halloween candy, so.
It's her fault, really. Like,
You mean you haven't finished her Halloween candy?
That's right. Yeah, I haven't gotten around to it yet. So. You know.
All right. All right, so let's get back into it then. Yeah, as we left it, you guys comfortably went to sleep. And that is all you're aware of. Okay, so I want all of you but Atlas to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. I rolled a 20, not a natural 20, but a 20.
Okay.
A dirty
14.
20, if you will.
14, okay.
16.
Okay. Okay, so anybody that was 15 or below takes 9 points of damage. Anybody above can not take damage.
No damage for me.
15 you said?
Wrong-willed in
Yeah.
my sleep.
Wow. All right.
Okay, and
Damage.
okay,
Psychic
and who
or what is it?
who had the highest roll?
Uh-oh.
I think the dirty 20 was probably the highest.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll start writing that down when you guys tell me. That's a good idea. Okay, so Darius.
Yeah.
So as you awake
I
from
get to
this
wake up now.
amazing sleep, you
Am I on the floor?
I'm getting there. As you wake up, you feel yourself like come to consciousness, and you slowly open your eyes, but you're almost blinded. Like it's like pure white brightness, and as your eyes sort of start to adjust, you see like colors of blue and yellow start to come in, and then as that vision comes into focus, you start to hear a noise. You can hear like shh, like a water. And then you start now to get the sensation of feeling of your body, and you can feel sand against the exposed parts of your skin. And you realize that you're laying on your back on sand staring at the sky.
Okay, I look around. Do I see anybody else?
Yes. You see Atlas, Felix, Jack, all laying scattered across what looks like a beach. And there's broken wood, broken metal, all scattered along where the water meets the sand. And also, roll a perception check as well.
4.
That's what you see.
Okay. All right.
At least you're handsome.
At least you're handsome.
I'm beautiful, baby. All right. So I'm going to go over to Atlas, assuming that he doesn't sleep. I don't know if he's currently conscious or active or online or whatever he is.
Mhm.
So I'm going to go over and I'm just, Atlas. And I'm going to knock on his head.
No response.
Okay. Are the other two within like walking distance, or are they like really far apart?
Yeah, they're kind of spread. Like from Atlas, maybe about 10 foot from Atlas to the east is Felix, and then about 10 foot south would be Darius.
Jack, because I'm Darius.
Sorry, yeah, I meant Jack. I get you guys mixed up because you're both half elves. It's so hard to distinguish. You're so handsome.
Racist.
That's racist.
We all look the same, huh?
The pointy ears, man.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go over to Felix because Jack, even though he is a half elf, I don't fully trust him.
Okay.
And I go over to Felix and just slap him across the face.
Okay. Felix, you're rudely awakened. You open your eyes to see Darius standing over you.
Oh, my friend, where are we?
I don't know. I'm hoping you can answer that for me.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll have a look around and see what I see.
So roll a perception check for me.
14.
Okay. So you see that you're on a beach. You see remnants of wood, metal, barrels, all across the edge of this beach. You see Jack is about almost 20 feet from you. And you see Atlas about 10 feet to your north. You also see some sort of figure laying on the sand, kind of like halfway up the beach before it reaches like a forest line.
I immediately check myself for my belongings. Do I still have my tools, my gear that I brought in with me? Is that all with me, or?
So anything that you had on you that you didn't put in the chest would be still on your body.
Okay. Yeah, so pretty well everything then.
Okay.
Well, the bulk of my belongings, yeah, I left with Gunner, so I don't have them anyway. Okay. Yeah. What happened? Where's the boat?
I imagine all around us.
How did we sleep through that?
That would I know? Would I know if I was magically slept?
Not really. No, you wouldn't. It just feels like a rested sleep to you, except you woke up achy.
Yeah, that I couldn't tell you. All I know is it seems like it was the best sleep I've ever had.
I greatly overslept. I usually do not sleep this long. I felt very tired last night.
I mean, for us to sleep through the ship crashing or exploding or whatever happened to it, it must have been a really damn good sleep.
It's just so bizarre. What if it's supposed to happen this way? Or what's part of the plan? Oh no, Gunner! Where is he? I have to find him. I look around for debris, anything that's washed up from the ship.
Okay, yeah, you see like remnants of wood and some strange kind of metal you haven't really seen before. Barrels, supply barrels that would have carried like food and things like that. There's nothing along the edge of the beach that really like grabs your attention that would indicate the Gunner was there.
Okay. I assume, other than the fact that we took damage overnight, we benefited from this was a long rest that we had?
Yeah. You guys actually, it classifies as a long rest, yeah.
Okay. I am going to pull up my tools and using my infuse item feature, I'm going to quickly tinker together a cap of water breathing. And I'm going to slip it on my head, and I want to dive under the water and see if I can find any more wreckage down there.
Whoa. Where are you going?
I have to find my construct. You don't understand. I need him.
I mean, can you breathe underwater? What are you doing?
I can with this. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
And I dive under.
Yeah. Well, he does that. I'm gonna go wake up Jack, and then I don't know how I'm gonna turn the robot back on, but I'll try to figure it out.
An automaton, but okay.
No, you're a robot, dude. That ain't changing for me.
Okay, so Felix. So you see Felix just ignore you and dive straight into the water. So you go over, and what are you doing to wake up Jack?
Seeing the reaction I got out of Felix, I was like, okay, maybe I don't need to be as intense, so I'll kind of just try to like gently jar him awake.
Okay, so Jack, you feel nice and warm, having a great dream, swinging through the trees, and then you feel this little shake, and then you gently open your eyes to see this handsome man staring down at you.
Hello, beautiful.
Hello.
Yes,
Now's your chance.
Do you have a reason for leaning over me so close?
I mean, take a look around. You might understand.
And laying on the ground, Jack's going to do like a once over, and then he's going to kind of lean back, and he's going to spring up off the ground to his feet, and he's going to take everything in.
Okay.
Is there any like trees nearby?
So roll a perception check.
17.
Okay. So looking for trees, there is, as you look further up the beach away from where the water is, you do see trees. It almost looks like it's almost like an alcove at the top of it. Kind of the beach goes backwards and then raises a little into almost like a grassy area. And then you see trees looping all around. It kind of just meets in the middle where there's an opening, but basically around, it almost looks like a cove of some sort.
How
But there
far
are
away
trees there.
How far away are the trees from me?
It's a good like 100 feet. It's a good distance away.
Jack is going to look around. Jack's one of his traits, or he could basically memorize the layout of places wherever he's at. So
Mhm.
he's going to take off towards the tree.
It's like
and
it's like a forest. Did you have a direction? Like basically, so where you're standing, kind of northeast would be kind of like where the path is out, and then it extends on both sides. So what kind of direction would you like to go towards the trees?
I mean, the main thing that Jack wants is a height advantage, because he just wants to be able to see out and around the area to get in more of a perception.
So the closest tall tree then?
Yeah, that's just the first thing he's running to.
Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so
And as he, oh, good.
no, I was just gonna say, so it would be to the east, kind of like as it goes up the curve there. There's a hill with trees there, so that would be your closest point if you wanted to head in that direction.
And as Jack is running towards them, he's gonna get like 20 feet away, 15 feet away, and he's gonna shoot his hand up, and he's going to a line is gonna shoot from his wrist, and it's gonna dig into the tree, and he's gonna pull himself and like basically leap into the tree to get a height advantage, and he wants to look at what he sees around him.
Yeah, acrobatic check for me.
19.
Yeah, you're good. So your gauntlet, it springs right out from it, hooks around the top of the tree, and you just propel yourself up to the top of the tree. While you're doing that, Darius, standing in disbelief, what are you doing?
Okay, so one dude just ran to the water. One dude just ran off into the trees. Nobody said shit. They all just all right, I'm going to go and see if I can turn on the robot.
Okay.
Like look for an on button or something.
Okay. Okay. So roll an investigation check.
Investigation. 17.
Okay. So you're doing everything you can to kind of look at the workings of Atlas. I think you're turning him over. You're looking somewhere maybe around the back of the head, trying to find some sort of like on switch for this thing. But you can't find anything that you could tell would initiate him to come out of this kind of stasis that he seems to be in.
Okay, I'm gonna try and heal him then.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Oh boy, so nervous.
Be
All right.
gentle.
Yeah, I just gotta figure out a good one because a lot of them I put towards. All right. No, that won't work.
So as you're finding what you're going to do on him,
Yeah, you can go and.
So, yeah, so Jack is he's swung up onto the trees. From where you are, you can kind of see Felix pretty much just under the water right now, heading out, seemingly blindly towards the ocean. But you can see him kind of swimming just underneath the water. The water is quite clear here, so you can kind of see his image going out towards that direction. You don't see anything really outstanding further in the water. On the beach, now that you have a clearer view, you see Darius trying to, obviously get Atlas up and going with no avail so far. You see some wreckage along where the water meets the beach's edge. You see a figure, looks to be possibly face down. You're not 100% sure, but definitely not moving. Halfway up the beach, like to the southeast of where you came running from, a little bit elevated up closer towards where the tree line is over there. You also see a cart that is by the edge of the opening. And also just to your left, along the ridge kind of that you're on, there's a like a marble bench, and a like a standing, looks like a bell, alarm bell of some sort or something, and coming out of the ground, and you see like a dangling part, which you would assume would be some sort of bell.
Just gonna need you to repeat all that again.
So that's what you see, Jack.
He is gonna
So,
need you to repeat it all
as-
again.
I heard it. I heard it. I apologize.
As he's taking it all in, we'll flip over to Felix as he's frantically swimming out into the water. So as you're
It's like
below,
rewinding the stream.
yeah, for sure. So as you're swimming out, there's a lot of debris has fallen to the bottom. This is clearly the remnants of the boat. You don't see a path or anything that would indicate the gunner has been here. But the further out you go, you do start to see sort of motion in the water, but it's very much faster than what you would expect gunner to be able to move. You see kind of a swish and another swish. It's probably about 80 feet ahead of you, but you can't quite make out what it is, and it's quite decent sized. Like, it's, you being the size you are, anything is of big size, but this to you is definitely quite large.
Okay. Is it? See what direction it's moving? Is it coming towards me or?
You just see it right now. It seems to just go across your vision, like left to right. It doesn't seem to be coming towards. It seems to just be, and it seems to be quite, almost not in a rhythm, but it does seem to be in a pattern back and forth.
Okay. I'm gonna swim. I'll keep swimming out,
Okay.
and I want to get a better look, see if I can see what this is.
Okay, sounds good. Jack, are you doing anything? Are you still taking in your surroundings?
After he sees what he's taken in, he's going to scale down the tree and he's going to return back to the folks. He just wants to always get a feel of where he's at.
Sure. Of course, you're joining Darius trying to resuscitate Alice.
Yes. And when I approach him, is Atlas like just straight up laying on his back, or is he like standing straight up?
Right now he's kind of like sideways with like an arm up and like a leg down, because Darius doesn't really know what he's doing, trying to like get him working again. He's moving his arms and his legs and twisting his head and trying to get him working.
Well, I'm pulling my loot out at the moment.
Jack wants to do a once over on him to see if there's any like abnormal objects on him, or like button type things, to see if there's anything of that sort on him.
So roll an investigation check.
And while he's doing that, I'm gonna doom 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 heal good doom 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 doom
11.
heal good, and I'm gonna go what?
I got a feeling we got to wait for a second.
Oh, he's probably giving me guidance.
No.
No, I'm healing him, so he gets
Oh.
7 healing.
Oh.
Lame.
Do anything?
That's the first time I've heard somebody get healed and be like, lame. Right, so take your healing. Yeah, for sure.
Me take my healing?
Yeah, it was for you. I'm
Oh,
gonna
it was
heal
for
It's
him?
fine. You're the one
I
that's
thought you were
dead.
healing. Sorry, I thought you were healing Darius. What spell did you cast?
Healing word.
Has no effect.
Okay. I don't know if it had no effect because I can't tell. He's a
Okay, so Felix, as you're going out, you swim. Roll a perception check.
Five.
You still can't tell as you get closer. You're probably like 60 feet away. Like, you're not like the fastest of swimmers being so small. But as they start to form shape, it looks like there's actually 2 of these large fish creatures. Can't make it what they are, but again, they are kind of wrapping around almost in a way to kind of protect that area, if you will. They look in a predatory mode. It's like almost like they're scanning, looking for something.
Okay. All right. I'll. Yeah, if I'm getting that feeling from them that that there might be a threat, I don't want to get into a fight, so I'm going to start swimming back. But I'm still scanning everywhere around me for any sign of my construct.
Of course. Okay. Okay, so you guys are still trying to get Atlas up?
Did I find a button on him? I rolled an 11 for investigation.
You did not. There's no such button. No. But as you guys are looking, you now see a tiny, very wet Felix coming out of the water up the beach. And Felix, you see them both standing over Atlas, frantically trying to bring him back.
So as Felix comes out of the water, you see this like bubble of air around his head, and he mutters something, and the bubble just pops and dissipates, and he pulls a hood off his head that he had and tucks it back into his belt, and just kind of looks very dejected and says, "I couldn't find him. I couldn't find him anywhere. I should not have let them take him away. This is a big problem."
Yeah, and I go up and I put my hands on his shoulders, which kind of looks like I'm strangling him because he's so small. I'm like, listen. We will help you, but we need to get as many people together as we can. And I think he might be able to help you better than anyone. Do you know how to turn him on? Found Chickalao?
Okay, let me
Someone
think.
turn me on and get me up.
Yeah, I'll walk over to Atlas and
I'm gonna give you an inspiration. Give me 1 second. In a workshop where magic entwines, an artificer crafts wondrous designs. With gears that a whirl and a genius unfurl, inventions embrace ever shines.
Hey, that's
Awesome.
amazing. Good job,
Did
man.
that wake me up by itself?
No. So, yeah, roll an investigation with advantage, and then add your bardic inspiration, which is 1d6, I believe.
1d6. 23.
Well,
23.
You also don't have to add it if you didn't want to.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, you can use it. Yeah, you probably know that. But yeah, you can use it if you need to, or keep it. Was it 1 hour, right?
Once within the next 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay. All right. So
I'll add it. Puts me over 20. Let's go. 23.
Okay, let's go. All right. So you start tinkering. You take out your tools. You're going over the details of this new automaton, this wondrous creature that you've found, and you start to see somewhat similarities from your construct. And you can't really figure out this energy source that's powering this thing, but you seem to be able to maneuver it in a way that seems fluid. The way you know that the mechanics and sort of the infusions that you've put in to make Gunnar be who he is, you start trying to use this feeling to put into Atlas. Atlas, basically what you've felt during this time is almost feels like a split second, but almost years at the same time. You see this blackness, and you see almost like red stars everywhere. And you feel a sensation of what you believe to be floating. And you feel this pulse. And you can see this red pulse of energy just slowly come in and out of your chest. In and out. And then all of a sudden, you just disappear. And you open your eyes. And you see your new best friend waking you up. Felix is right above you.
Oh, that was quite peculiar. Felix, best friend. Are you in need of assistance?
I am in need of assistance. I'm just so glad that I was able to figure out what was going on here. I've lost my construct. They took it away when we boarded the ship, the water, and I can't find him. And I really, really need him. I can't do any of this without him.
In the water. What?
I just like kind of take a scan of the area.
Yeah, roll a perception for me. Did you get advantage on your perceptions?
I don't think so. No.
Okay,
Let me check.
maybe you were just proficient. Oh,
No,
sorry.
I
It's
don't.
when people are resting, you
Yes.
get a yeah. Okay, that's it. Yeah.
If I choose to.
Okay.
11.
Okay. So yeah, you see your sort of people you met the boat beside you. You see Felix directly. Clearly, he is the one that sort of resurrected you. Jack and Darius are standing nearby, overlooking, like in wonderment on how they've tried for the last 10 minutes trying to put you together. And you see that you're on a beach quite clearly. There's water. You see the wreckage across where the water meets the beach. Everything else kind of that you've heard before. You see the beach leading upwards on an incline towards a tree line, and some sort of figure laying about halfway up the beach, close towards where the tree line begins.
Laying on the beach, the figure.
Yeah, but yeah, it looks like they're laying just motionless. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm immediately going to rush over to that figure.
Okay. So as you get closer, you start to see it looks like a half orc figure, just doused and covered in blood.
Why do you all start running away when I wake you up? What is going on?
So I'm gonna say to the orc, I'm like,
Excuse me, are you in need of medical assistance?
You don't see. There's no response.
okay, I'd like to do. I don't just want to check him over, like top to bottom, to see if he's alive, what's his status.
Yeah, a medicine check.
Ooh, this one's good. I am proficient in this. 21.
Okay, so you can tell that he or she is like severely injured. There's scratches and cuts. It almost looks like all of the skin has almost this film on it, like
Ripped off.
like
Oh,
blood.
sorry.
All no, but this slimy blood almost residue all over. And there's blood out the side of the mouth, right on both corners, and the bottom of the left leg is missing.
Okay. Okay, so do I ascertain that the blood on him is probably from something else?
It looks like without roll, it looks like from something else, except for the end of his leg or her leg
Right,
is
he
like
has his
bleeding.
injuries. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to try to I'm assuming he's down, so I'm going to use my medicine kit to try to stabilize him.
Okay. Roll a medicine check.
Is that what it is? Okay.
I think so. Ryan, is that what it is?
Just as an
to
action,
stabilize?
you can use one.
Yeah.
It's just an action. There's
That's
no
just an
roll.
action. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Wait. Action, you can expend one use kit to stabilize a creature that has 0 hit points without needing to make it. Yeah, so I don't need to make a medicine check.
Oh, right, because you have a kit. Yeah.
Okay. So sorry, we'll back up a little bit then. We'll say he is stabilized. With that medicine check, you can tell that he's stabilized, but
Okay.
he's exceedingly injured.
Okay. All right. So he is
Save that.
stabilized.
Yeah.
All right. So I am going to. I'm going to compute my options.
Yeah, okay. So while he's
Um,
doing that, are you guys doing anything while he's assessing the
I'm
body?
clearly tending to him, like I'm touching and feeling. So visually, I'm looking him over.
Yeah.
As soon as Felix finished repairing Atlas and kind of said his piece, he picked up all his tools and just abruptly started walking up and down the beach again, just looking everywhere for any sign of his construct.
Okay.
I'm gonna help him. Is there anything I can do to like look around, see if I can see anything?
Yeah, you guys can kind of scan the beach. Yeah, for sure. It's a pretty long like beach line. So if you want to kind of do a detailed kind of scan of that, yeah, you can do that for sure.
Jack is going to go the opposite direction, and as he steps away, he's going to snap his finger, and Reen is going to start to form from the ground up and walk beside me.
Okay. Okay. What direction do you want to walk in?
Which way were they going?
So the body was southwest. That's where Atlas is. They were kind of more to the north. That's where the kind of the water edge is, where it meets the beach.
So sorry, the beach runs which
Runs
directions?
east to west.
And they're going somewhat eastward?
Yeah, they're kind of scanning it, like going kind of
Yeah.
west to east, and then yeah. So you can either go towards the kind of south towards where the opening was. There was the cart there that you've seen. The body is to the southeast. The water
I'll
is
go
to the
that
north.
direction.
Towards the body or towards the opening?
The cart.
The cart. Okay.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on the orc.
Okay. Go ahead.
Do I recognize that he's an orc? Like, do I recognize that species?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So casting.
You have
Cure Wounds.
subroutines that you're not aware of.
Yeah. Okay. 9 points of healing.
You see this orc immediately, eyes spring open and just starts looking around. Did we make it? Did I get you all here?
Greetings, friend. I have medically assisted you.
He just scampers. He immediately pushes himself up to try and stand and collapses down onto the ground.
Oh, slow down. You're still missing a limb. Unfortunately, I do not have programming to replace limbs as of yet.
So where are the others? Are they safe? Are they safe?
I'm not sure who you're speaking of. The others that I'm here with are down at the end of the beach. If you'd like to come with me, we could... Oh, I mean, maybe we'll bring them to you, consider it. Can you hop? How agile are you? Normally.
So the orc scans around and can hold on. Does he see? Okay. The orc scans around and he sees each one of you doing your activities, and you almost see the breath leave him, and he just collapses back. Says nothing.
Oh, no.
But he's clearly in a stable form, but just of absolute sheer exhaustion.
Can I like try to zoom around and catch him before he hits the ground?
Yeah, sure.
Just,
Roll a
like,
strength
try to,
check.
Yeah, that's fine. I want this to fail, if anything. Natural 20.
Okay.
So
You
hold on, let me add my strength modifier.
Yeah. -7.
No. Actually, hold on. I do have a trait though. I do. Hold on a second. There is something with my strength being an
Automated.
yeah. Anyways, I'll look it up. I'm sure 20 is enough.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
figure
that's enough.
something.
Yeah. So as he starts to kind of fall back, you nimbly just slide underneath, and he lands directly with his back on your head and is now just positioned like this, just resting on you. He seems to have
Wow,
basically
this-
gone almost unconscious, like on borderline consciousness.
Okay, you take a moment of rest, and I will hold you until you wake up.
Okay, so he's resting there. So Felix and Darius, if you can both roll perception checks, please.
You want perception or investigation?
I want perception.
Oh,
It's 12.
Okay.
where the heck is my perception? There we go. 19.
Okay. All right. So as you're scanning along the beach, looking for any wreckage or any signs of, you're not really sure what you're looking for, Darius. You just know that he has some sort of construct that he's talking about, but you're looking for anything out of the normal. As you're looking back out over the water, trying to see some sort of indication of maybe where the ship is or something going on, you see these two crisscrossing fins just breach the water back and forth, and then you see them just start to pass out of your line of sight in opposite directions. Like almost, disappearing almost away from that coved area, whereas before you could see those fins crisscrossing and you just pass in opposite directions. And that's all you see.
Do I know what kind of fins they are?
You do not. No, not from this distance, no.
Okay. Felix? There was something out there. I don't know what it was, but there was something out there.
Yeah, it's not. I swam out there. It's not what I'm looking for. I don't know. I don't know what's out there. But
Listen, I don't know a whole lot about a lot. All I'm really good at is music and kind of convincing people of stuff. But I saw the things. I don't know what they were. They look like triangles in the water. They were like crossing over each other, and maybe they saw something, and that's why they were crossing. Maybe they were circling it, and then they left because it wasn't something it could eat. And I mean, I don't know what your thing is that you're looking for, but I'm assuming it's not a living creature.
well, technically, I mean, yeah, it's made of steel and not flesh.
Well, that's not something they could eat. Is it humanoid?
No, I guess I don't know what the wildlife is on the different islands, but are you familiar with a fox? It looks like one of those.
Well, like a dog, sort of.
Kind of close, I guess, but
So,
bigger.
my deduction, it looked like something they could eat. They went in and investigated, swam by it a couple times, crossing past each other, realized it's not food, and then left. Maybe we go out to where I saw the things from. Or you go out. I can't remember what.
Okay, yeah. That's not it's not a bad idea.
Before you go, I'm just going to give him an inspiration.
I'm passing out inspiration like they're Oreos.
Yeah, I only get 3, but I mean, he didn't do so great on his rolls last time.
So as you're doing that and getting prepared for it, Jack, were you going right up to the? You were going up to the carriage, right? Or the
Right. How close are the bodies that you were talking about? Are they close to the carriage, or is it like a different direction?
It was basically just off to the right, not too far. It's only like maybe 30 feet from where the cart is. That's where Atlas is currently holding up this half-orc figure.
Jack will start at the carriage. He'll go up and take a look inside.
All right, so roll a perception check first.
It's a natural 20, so 24.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so you see a cart which has looks like two chests sit on the back of it. The cart has in the front of it 2 long wooden kind of rails that you would expect would go attached to some sort of animal for pulling. No animal there currently though. It just seems to be left here. It looks like a fairly normal cart. No damage to it. 2 normal looking chests sitting in the back of it.
Would I notice anything, like if there was like a trap set on the chest, or it didn't seem to draw any attention?
You can check one of them if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to do the one at the back or at the front of the cart?
Let's just check the one in front of me, so the back.
Okay, at the back.
Yeah.
Closest to you? Yeah, for sure. Okay, roll an investigation check.
That is a 4, so 6.
6 looks perfectly normal with no traps.
I open it up.
Okay, as you open it up, Felix, you are making your way out into the water, I'm assuming?
Yeah, so Felix kind of gets his confidence up again, and I think he's getting inspired on his way out.
Did he get inspired?
Oh, yes. In dungeons, his gadgets alight. With cunning, he conquers the night. Each trap a delight, each foe is a fright. In his hands, victory takes flight.
And Felix stands taller and feels more confident and ready to dive back in, and he nods forward towards the water, and he, without looking back at Darius, he says, "Thank you, friend."
I got you, buddy.
And he pulls the hood back on and mutters something, and a air bubble appears around his head as he dives back into the waves.
Okay. So as you
swimming frantically towards where the fish had parted.
So as you approach the edge of the water, this bubble forming around, getting prepared for, your hopes. Just please let me find Gunner. As you're about to step forward and take your first step in, you start to see top of the water, almost a V at the top of the water, just coming towards you faster and faster and faster. You just hold back for a second, and all of a sudden, just erupting out of the water, you see Gunner, and he just lands right on you. He starts licking your face. He just licking you all over.
And I pull the hood off, and I'm so happy. I'm like, Gunner, oh my god.
I come running in. I have my dagger out. I'm like, ah!
No. This is him. And you see a steel construct, medium-sized creature that is in the shape of a fox, but the way that the metal is over it, it almost looks like it's tempered to look like scales or fur, the way that it's layered on top of one another. It's like a very black steel that conceals any mechanical parts that might be coming inside, but you can almost feel like an energy that emanates from this creature and how it moves so naturally. And Felix is just so delighted and just says, "This is him! I found him!"
Oh, thank God! I have no idea how to fight whatever that is.
No, now I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever comes next.
Let's head to the others then.
Okay, so is this
from where I'm at? Sorry, just kind of sitting.
Yeah, you're like looking between the armpit of the arc that you're like suspending right now, just to see what's going on. And yeah, you see the reunion of Felix and Gunner down by the water. You also do see Jack over rummaging around in the crate that's to your right now.
Okay, I'll just be like,
Jack.
So before he replies, he's already looking in the chest, and he's excited to see what he's found. So as you open up the chest, you see a bunch of short swords, chain mail armor, all packed in. It looks like almost like what would maybe be in the armory of the boat is here. Something maybe just the basic weaponry that any defending forces on the boat would have kept have been put in the chest.
Jack has the chest open. He's like, and just closes it, and then crawls up into the wagon and goes to the next chest.
Okay, so while you're doing that, so what are you yelling over, Atlas?
I'm just calling out to try to get his attention.
Okay. You just ignoring him, or do you want to open the chest, or you want to acknowledge?
I'm assuming I can just hear him plain as day.
You can, yeah. He's about 20 feet from you.
Yeah.
As he's saying that, I'm gonna just slowly lift the chest up and look his way, like, yeah.
I could use your assistance, please.
Oh, okay. 1 second, and then I'm gonna glance in it real quick.
Okay, so the chest at the front, obviously. Okay, so you open it up, and there's nothing but a bag.
A bag?
Yes.
I'm gonna swipe the bag, and as I'm walking off, I'm gonna open it.
Okay. As you open it up and look in, and you just see blackness. You don't see anything in the bag.
Okay. I'm gonna set it on the ground and walk over to Atlas.
Okay.
Good evening, Jack. I'm down here underneath the one-legged orc figure. Can you see me or hear me?
I hear you. What are you are you holding him?
Yes, I'm holding him
Yeah.
gently.
As you walk over, you see this half orc figure kind of draped over Atlas, as Atlas is trying to pivot his head without, hurting or dropping the orc, trying to pivot his head to see what's going on, and now spun it in almost like a 180 to address you, and the blood is like everywhere on this orc.
See, I am very strictly programmed to not do harm. So, but you're not. So if you could lift this wonderful creature off me, I could continue to provide assistance. Just be careful of his leg.
Is
Did I
he
say
wearing like armor or clothes? Like, does he have sleeves?
So he has basically what you would almost consider like undergarments. He has like this kind of leather around the groin area. He has like a tattered shirt, like an undershirt almost, and that's it. No shoes, nothing covering his arms.
And he's an orc, so he's probably a bit bigger.
He's a half orc, yeah, from
He's half
what
orc.
you can tell from where you are, yeah.
Just want to say, I think you meant no shoe.
What did I say? No boots?
You said no shoes.
Plural.
He's missing
Oh.
his leg.
Singular.
Well, technically, he does not have shoes.
Jack's
Leave it to the
gonna
liar
look
to keep me honest.
Jack's gonna look to Reen, and he's gonna signal to the tunic on his chest, and Reen's gonna go up and she's gonna bite his shirt, and then he's gonna crawl up under his armpit, and he's gonna try to hoist him up a bit so Atlas can get out as Reen pulls on him.
Okay, yeah, easy enough. Yep.
Much better. I see you have a pet. We have not been introduced. Can I meet your pet?
Yeah, this is Reen. Reen is my drake.
Your Drake.
It's like a small dragon.
Oh, yes.
That is quite peculiar.
Yeah.
May I touch it?
Yeah, Reen. And on that, Reen is just gonna drop the guy, and Jack's gonna like stumble to try to keep him up and slowly just gently lay him down as Reen just like runs up to you and then sits down.
And I look directly in its eyes and I just go, fascinating. I love meeting new creatures. Can you speak?
It can. Do you know how to speak Draconic?
I do not.
Well,
Can
when
you
you
tell it
do,
I
I'll-
said hello? And if
She-
it needs assistance, to let me know, because I'm pretty good at that.
she gets it. She knows you want to say hi.
No, can you tell? Can you tell her that, please?
Reen, this is Atlas. Atlas, this is Reen.
Hello, Reen.
And he says hello to you.
I say hello. What
And
does she
Reen's
say
just
back?
Reen's gonna look at you because you're a very strange object that she's never laid eyes on.
She's not talkative, is she?
To me,
So-
she likes to talk to me.
Okay, well, that's great. Congratulations on the pet. And this friend here that I just met, he has no leg, and don't be alarmed. Most of the blood is not his, but some of it is. And he was up for a moment and started yelling about his other friends, I believe. I didn't really pay attention. It was quite startling. And
Yeah, over there.
I'm sorry. What?
There's like 20 feet away from that carriage. There's a person or multiple.
More bodies?
He just like runs. runs to the section.
So Atlas goes running over to see that there's no other bodies, just the kind of the blood, kind of like where
I'm
where the
here
guy
to
was.
provide assistance.
Roll a perception check. Okay. So no, you don't see anybody else over there. Just the body that you helped, and you see your newfound friends down by the water, and some strange-looking fox-type animal.
Well, we should be closer to where Jack is now, no? 'Cause
Do
we
you
were
want to
heading back
walk up there?
Well, I thought that's what we were doing, no?
Oh, sorry. I just did. You had the reunion. Were you guys walking up towards them?
Did I
Yeah,
did I misinterpret?
I don't know. I'm
the-
actually asking Felix.
Yeah, there was
Location?
just one guy on the laying down on the beach.
I thought you said there was a body near the carriage.
Yeah, that's the one that Atlas
The one I-
helped.
yeah.
Yeah. So you
Doing
guys
good
are heading
now.
up. It's all good. So
I'd like to, okay, sorry, go ahead.
no, what were we gonna say?
I
Yeah, go
just
ahead.
while I'm there, I'd like to search. Like I'm still assuming there's bodies around here, and not every half elf is a liar. So I'm gonna look through the chests that I see there.
Son of a bitch.
Okay. So you go to the chest. Okay. So which chest do you want to go to first?
Just whatever's closest.
Okay. So you look in the first chest. It comes open easy enough. And you look in and you see what looks like to be just some regular short swords, small axes, kind of things that would be from an armory on the boat. You want to
Any
dig
daggers?
through it, or you want to look further in it, or you just kind of like glancing?
Yeah, I'd like to just take a quick, just move a little bit around. Looking
Okay.
For, yeah,
So do an investigation check
looking for bodies.
in the chest.
They could
Tiny,
be
tiny-
small bodies.
Tiny bodies.
21. For
21.
investigation. Yeah,
Okay.
That's what I'm good at.
Okay, so as you look through it, everything looks pretty simple until you get to the bottom. And to your dismay, you do not find a body that needs healing down there. But you do notice a large warhammer. And why it stands out to you is that where the shaft of this warhammer kind of meets the top, in that joining, there's a small crystal. And what grabs your attention is that it looks similar to the type of crystal that you've seen when you were on the boat. But you don't see anybody who needs healing in there.
Okay. I give the crystal like a little nudge, and is it solid in the warhammer?
Yep. Yeah, it's been melded in. It looks like it's part of it. It's quite beautifully fleshed between the shaft and where it goes into the head of the hammer.
Okay, so I'm going to reach and slam the lid shut and go to the next chest.
Okay. You open the next chest and roll a perception first.
Oh, good. 6.
Okay. So you open the chest and there's nothing inside.
Okay.
Well, it looks like every half elf is a liar. There are no bodies here.
Okay, so at the dismay of Atlas, as he's looking dismayed in the chest, Felix and Darius, you'd be coming up to where Jack is now with the
Would I
injured.
have seen Atlas just go running off?
Yeah, like it's well lit. It's daytime, so you can definitely see like the movement of the bodies across the beach. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna be like, "Ugh, okay, we need to stop this, and I'm gonna head towards him. Now, in my heading towards him, do I see the bag that Jack carelessly just left on the beach?
No, not until no. You can't see it from where you are traveling.
No,
up
I know,
there.
but on my way there, do I see it?
No, he left it right by the cart. Like he literally took it out of the chest and then just dropped it. It's on the cart beside the chest. Not that you would know that, but
That's what I'm asking. though, like,
Am I nearby it?
as I approach.
yeah,
'cause-
you were yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's what I
will
mean, though.
look
Like,
at-
as I approach to Atlas, like, so the whole journey from where I am to Atlas, will
Yeah.
I see the bag?
No, the cart's elevated. Like it's a cart on wheels, so it's like elevated. So you're like coming
Okay.
up a beach, and the cart is
Gotcha.
just up here.
All right.
I will look inside the bag.
Okay.
for
So
bodies.
okay, so first of all, roll another perception check. 'Cause you didn't see him put down the bag.
Oh, not crit. Not 20.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Because the first one not so great. So yeah, so as you're turning to leave in search of all of these bodies that you were told need healing everywhere, you roll over a bag that it's been set there. Yeah, it's top is about, I don't know, about 1.5 feet maybe. And when you open it up, it looks black inside. It doesn't look like there's anything in there.
This is peculiar.
I'm gonna reach inside the bag.
Okay. Your little arm just continues to go in the bag.
It is.
You don't feel any
Okay.
pain or anything. Your arm just comes in and you pull it right back out and your arm's fine.
Okay. I'm
Jack, you
gonna
fool.
I'm gonna peer inside the bag, like
Mhm.
deeper,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to. 1 second. I don't see anything, like, even with dark vision.
No, from what you can see, there's no
Okay.
you don't see any items in there.
Okay. So
Please tell me I've gotten there by this point. Please.
So as yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the bag and I'm gonna kind of just shrug and chuck it.
Oh my God, no.
Okay. Where are you throwing it? Like what direction? Back on the
Is
beach,
there a
towards the
fire
trees.
nearby?
Oh man.
So basically, where this
Um,
cart, to give you sort of another overview, so this cart basically is positioned right kind of where the beach meets a tree line and where a path would continue. So you're kind of like at the top of elevated. So basically, standing on the cart, you have trees just to your southeast, and then you have the beaches behind you to the north. It's like
Okay.
100 feet away, but
Okay, so I'm actually gonna hold on to it. While I pop my head in, I want to call out while I'm in there. By the way. Just
Okay.
like,
Are there anyone in need of medical assistance inside this peculiar bag?
no reply. And in fact, it doesn't even sound like your voice carries. It almost just doesn't go anywhere.
okay. I'm just going to kind of bring it over back to Jack and the orc.
When
Walk past me.
when I see you approach with it, I'm like, I already looked in there. There's nothing in there.
Well, I assumed you weren't lying, so I checked everywhere for bodies, but there are no bodies to be found. No one needing medical assistance except for our half-orc friend. So, thus, I can only conclude that you are also a liar.
Okay, so since he just completely left me and now I've arrived where he was, can I look around to see if I see anything?
Yeah, so basically, right now, because when Atlas is walking from the cart, that's whenever Darius you'd basically meet him before he reaches Jack. Felix, where were you going when you were coming off the beach? What was your...
Well, so my first question is, so I had the saddlebags that kind of had all my gear because I didn't store it in the chests. I left it with Gunnar. Does he have that, or has he lost?
He has that. Yeah,
He has that. Okay.
he has that intact.
Okay, so yeah, I've been taking the time then to go through that, and because I didn't wear my armor onto the boat, I left it with him. I'm now taking the time to don my scale mail armor before we continue, which takes quite a while, like 10 minutes or something like that.
Okay.
So that's what I've been doing while this has been going on.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so that completed. What did you want to do when that's completed? That's probably about 10 minutes to do all what we just did there.
Yeah, I'll with everything on, I'll just check the fit on everything. And anybody that sees me as I approach the rest of the group again will see I'm wearing scale mail armor, but it's kind of a bit of a different design. One of the main differences is that you see the left gauntlet is very large. It's the one that Felix was tinkering with at night. If anybody saw him doing that, the left one is very, very large. The right one seems more intricate and has like a strange bracelet attached to it, but is more like a normal size. And yeah, I'll walk up to wherever Darius is and say, all right, what can I help you with, friend? I'm all ready to go. And what are we doing? What are we doing?
So basically,
This is the adventure,
Darius
right?
and Felix have now basically met Atlas as he's leaving the cart. So all three of you are pretty much together.
Okay. Okay. First, robot, what are you doing?
I was providing medical assistance to this half-orc, and your half-elf friend Jack Nara told me there was more bodies to be assisted to, but that was completely a lie.
Okay, is this happening like as we all meet at the cart?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Where did he
I-
tell you the bodies were?
He said over by the cart, but I looked in around the cart, I looked in the chest, and I looked in this peculiar bag.
And I just throw it to him.
But there's nothing but emptiness. Deep, dark emptiness inside.
Wait. And I take my hand and I shove it in the bag.
As you can see, no bodies inside, just emptiness.
So your hand goes fully in.
Yeah. So I just take the bag and I put it away. Okay.
Oh,
so
whoa,
I'm gonna
whoa, whoa! Hey, hold on. I want to take a look at that bag.
No, we're good. I'm just gonna hold on to this.
Oh, I think
You
that
didn't find bodies in there, did you?
No. However,
Are you lying?
I'm gonna look around the area. Do I see any bodies?
Do an investigation check, please.
Right.
Our half orc guy is like stable, you said though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
14 for investigation.
14. Okay. You see, when you're looking around for bodies, you see kind of like the sand is displaced. Pretty much where that pool of blood was, where the orc was helped up. You see some sand displaced almost from there. It just leads up a little bit towards the incline and then nothing, but it's
I see any
displaced in a
footprints or
strange
anything?
way. It doesn't look like, you don't see footprints. I mean, it could have been footprints that were brushed aside, but you can clearly see that there's been some sort of movement in the sand that isn't consistent with everything around it.
Okay. So I don't know what Jack told you, but there clearly was someone here. Blood doesn't just appear in the sand, and if it does, then we've got way bigger problems.
Oh, yes. The orc did say that there were others.
Yes.
Here, look.
And I'm
Okay,
gonna
well.
cast it again on him. Cure wounds again on him.
The orc's not here. We're still by the cart.
Well, it's only this 15 feet away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I assume we were like in the middle of everything.
Yeah,
Anyway.
you've moved away from as he was walking back from the cart, that's when you guys met him. So, and the body was only like 20 feet away, so you're kind of in between.
So that's another. That's 10 points.
For the orc man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's still in his position, but you can see like the wounds that he did have, especially around his leg, start to kind of close up and form, and you can see that there's no more bleeding from that leg with your healing now. It's pretty much sealed over. That's what looked to be kind of the freshest wound. Nothing else really seems to be very affected. Wound.
What?
Yeah, you get it.
Wound.
Yeah, so that seems to be the only thing, but it is pretty much fully closed up now.
So he doesn't wake up.
He doesn't show. No, he's not awake. He's resting, I guess. He looks like he's just resting. He doesn't look like he's in distress. He looks okay.
Hey, Jack, can you come over here?
I'm holding the orc still because you asked me to.
Ah, you're right there. Nice to see you there. Perfect. Can you do me a favor? Without injuring him, can you smack him really hard across the face?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
And Jack's kind of like just holding him, and he's just gonna give him one slap across the face.
So as your fist comes down, the orc. I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that.
That's what he said.
Well,
So, tell.
we wanted to
I-
make sure you're awake. Why are you ignoring us?
I'm resting, you fool. If you no idea what's happened. And he kind of pushes your arm down to the side, and he kind of hobbles away from you and braces himself and kind of rests himself down, kind of like halfway. So he's almost ready to get up if he needs to, but he's
Do I see any like long, fairly thick sticks or branches or even like wood from the wreckage that looks like he could use it as like a crutch?
You could find something if you want to go look, probably.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
When,
wood and scraps and...
When the
Do you
guy would kind of push me back away from him, Reen would take a defensive stance.
Okay.
To be like on alert in case this guy wants to act up.
Okay.
But Jack will just kind of stand up and back up.
Yeah.
I'm also going to inform everyone of what I'm doing. So you guys stay here. Make sure this guy doesn't go crazy. Get some more information from him about what happened if you can. I'm going to go see if I can get him like a crutch or something that he can walk on. And then,
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I will come with you.
No,
and,
no, I'm good. You stay and help them.
No. I would definitely like to come with you, and I really would like to inspect that bag. I think it has some kind of magical quality.
I
It
do
seemed
too.
That way to me.
I will
so
take care of it.
I
You
am an
stay with the
expert
group.
on these things.
Stay with the group.
Actually, I can act as a crutch in these situations.
No,
My
no,
height
no,
was
no.
specifically determined.
Oh my God, these people.
And in
I just,
fact,
like,
I
I
could
move
actually,
over.
I could build one. I could probably build one.
Oh,
Let me get
That
the
would be
parts. I'll be back.
fantastic, Felix.
And I just run away. I run.
Well, did anybody go through this stuff? And I want to go look. I'm gonna go look at the chests.
Oh yes, it's just weapons and a very cool mace with a nice gem in it.
Is it magical in quality? Do you think?
Oh, probably, but there was no bodies in there.
Okay, I want to go have a look. I'm gonna go look at that. I want to have a look at what's it. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go look at the chests.
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna
that's
nestle myself under the shoulder of the orc to act as a crutch.
okay. He
Hey,
kind of...
lovely guy.
He definitely gives you a nod, and you kind of feel him almost put a little bit of weight. He's kind of like crouched down on the one knee right now. But yeah, he definitely leans on you, and you can kind of feel that kind of thankful kind of give into your weight. Felix, you're heading over towards the crate.
Yeah.
Thank you, little one. He's still a little
No
bit out of
problem.
breath.
Tell old Atlas your problems.
Oh, he will. Darius, so you're going for wood. Did you want to go towards the trees, or did you want to go to the wreckage by the water?
I kind of want to like survey basically until I find some. But so once I'm far enough from the group that and it doesn't look like they're like staring at me, I want to pick up the first piece of wood that I find, and I want to take the bag and I want to stick it inside, and then I want to wait a second, look inside to make sure I don't see the wood in there, and then I want to think of wood and try to pull it out of the bag.
Okay. So if you're looking for the quickest wood, it would probably be easier to go to the water, being it's probably broken already. The trees look like a dense forest, so it'd probably take a while to find like a loose piece of wood. So yeah, so you go down to the water. You find what looks like maybe the remnants of a door. So it's like a nice long 2x4. You open it up, put it in, open it up. You see nothing. Close it. Open it up. Think of wood. Pull it out, and out comes the wood.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put it back in the bag, and then I'm gonna. Is it the wood that I grabbed enough for him to crutch with, or should I grab some more?
No, it would be. He's not massive. It would be good enough if it was maybe fashioned a little bit. It's a kind of a broken, jagged piece of wood, so you might have to do a little bit of work to it, but it would be the right size.
But if it's the right size, then I will put it in the bag and I will head back to the group. Quite
Okay.
excitedly.
And while this is happening, Jack, what are you doing?
Jack is going to go towards the tree that he scaled to survey from, and he is going to. So if he gets up to that tree, I know it was 100 feet from where I was laying. How far away am I from everybody when I'm there now?
So if is your idea to get to like the highest point again, or just to go back where you were? What's your objective?
I mean, if I'm going there, I might as well go back up there. You know.
Okay. So
be able to hear the whole detail.
So to go back to where you were, probably be like maybe 120 feet, kind of backwards towards the water to your northeast. So you'd be going away from the party towards the water, back to that tree. About 120 away, maybe even more.
When as I go to walk that way, I'm gonna tell the Atlas and Felix is still there, right?
Felix is heading over towards the
looking
cart.
Yeah.
I scaled this tree a bit ago, off yonder, and saw a few things of interest.
Can you
I'll
tell
go
us
back.
in great detail?
That's a great question, Mr. Atlas. I'll tell you what. I'll go back over there, check it out again, and
Because I
then
don't want to
I'll tell you
rewind
in
the
great
stream
detail.
to see what was told.
I tried clipping it to go listen, but it wouldn't go far back.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you have keen senses, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you can recall what you've seen.
Excellent.
If you ask me. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you do.
It's a wanderer. I remember all the geography layout,
Okay.
and I can recall any layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around me.
All right, so that's basically, yeah. So I can review basically what you've seen when you were up there, if that's what your objective is, to go back rather than go through the sequence of it. So as you're looking out from your point, you've seen directly south along the tree line at the corner where it was elevated, you've seen a marble bench and some sort of standing bell type structure. And then as it continued more towards the south, there was a path that seems to lead away from the cove, with a cart right at the corner of it. And then the tree line continued around the southeast and the southwest, and then right up the westerly area, basically encasing this whole cove. Yeah, that's what you've seen. And the body, obviously, which is now resting on Alice.
Gotcha. I think hearing body more than once is why I was thinking.
Yeah.
Well, I saw a bench and a bell tower looking thing. So that was something. We could go ring it. That seems like something you'd like to do.
Who's this directed at?
Atlas,
Oh.
sorry.
Sure. If we're done tending to our friend here, I think I'd like to hear what he'd like to say about why he was covered in something else's blood. Just in case there's more injured people around.
Okay, so before the orc replies, Felix has now reached the cart. You see
Felix!
2 chests on the cart. One near the end and one to the front of it. The one at the back is already open. The one at the front is currently shut.
Yeah, I'll open the one at the front. First one I encounter.
I reversed that actually. The one at the back is closed. So you want to open the one that's closed.
Okay, I'll open the closed one,
Yeah. Okay. So you open it up. Roll an investigation check. Investigation.
16.
All right. So as you rummage through, a lot of basic steel implements that you're used to seeing, small weaponry, that type of thing. At the bottom, you come across what you recognize to be a mace, but bigger, like a war hammer, which you've used before, but decided not use so much because of your size and weight. But as you look at it, you see the construction right where the shaft connects to the head of the hammer is a crystal that's been formed, beautifully sculpted to hold the head on the shaft of the hammer.
So I'll reach in and pull it out and have a look at it, and wow, the craftsmanship is amazing. I'll have to take a closer look at this later when I have time. But
So
that's incredible.
as you grab it and go to pull it out of the chest, it almost flies out of the chest. It comes unnaturally fast out of the chest. And as you do so, you see a little glimmer from that crystal. And the weight of this massive warhammer is like a feather. And you move it around and you wield it so easily. It feels even lighter than what you're used to using.
Amazing. Okay, yeah, I'll put that away for now. And you said the other chest was open.
Yeah.
I'll have a look at that. What's inside that?
Okay, so that one's empty. Has nothing in it.
Nothing in it. Okay.
Yeah.
And then there was nothing else around this area.
No. If you want to roll in perception actually while you're standing on the cart.
4.
4. You see a nice, pretty cart that looks well maintained.
Turn your advantage rolls off. Tell me after. It's fine.
So
yeah.
okay, perfect. So by now, Atlas, were you going over with Jack to the area that he wanted to take you to?
Jack was taking me to an area. Well, no, because I want to talk to the orc here. I'm actually still.
Oh, you're
acting as
staying.
his, like, his
There,
crotch stump. I'm
Atlas.
focused on him.
Atlas, there is a bench over there if you want him to sit upright.
How far am I away?
It's okay, little one. I can handle myself now. Thank you for the help. It's appreciated.
Are you sure you want to be hopping around places?
Oh, I've been in worse scrapes. I'll be okay.
Okay. I will just look at him deeply in his eyes.
And Carrot just kind of touches.
Well,
hip,
Atlas, you just hit puberty, man. What happened?
and I'm going to just cast guidance on him, but I'm just gonna. You'll just see my lights flash, and cast guidance on the orc in case it stumbles. So,
can you tell us about your friends? You were so worried about them, which makes me worried.
I don't have friends, but I'm here to protect you. All the contestants for the tournament.
The tournament.
Of course.
Love when people say that word. It's such a nice word. Tournament. God.
The other contestants, what is happening? Why is there no sense of urgency? Don't they understand what's happening? Walking off towards a bell, he's looking in some chests. What is happening here?
Oh, we are fully trained on it. We have no idea what's going on. So if you could fill us in, that would be wonderful. And I will relay it all to my friends here. Mr. Orc. What's your name? I didn't catch your name. My name is Atlas.
My name's DeHorn.
I'm sorry. Horn?
DeHorn.
Horn.
Like blow the horn.
Like blow the horn. The Horn. Oh, wonderful name. Very strong. Loud even. My name is Atlas, or you can call me the automated technician for life-saving assistance and support. Whatever is easiest for you, of course. So you're here. Let me get this straight. And I already know this information. I'm just making sure you're okay. It's a medical check of your cognitive abilities. Can you explain your position here and what you are set to do regarding the tournament?
Well, we have to get you to the tournament. That's
We
my whole
are not
reason
at the
for being
tournament.
here. I know.
You are very healthy so far. Couple more questions, just to be sure. This tournament, what is it for, and what does the meaning of tournament? The word. I don't know it.
The orc immediately screams out and starts holding his head. And he
Yes,
drops
I do have
down
this effect on some people.
on his
Take a
knees,
breath.
just grabbing his head, and he looks like he's in some sort of pain in his head. He's holding it and then screaming.
Okay, well. I
It only
don't know
happens
what
for a
to
few
do.
seconds, and then it subsides. And it almost looks like he tries to shake something.
Are you okay?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
how
The
are you?
searing pain in my head. I think I'm okay.
Okay. This searing pain, has it happened before? Like,
No,
with
but
anyone
if
else
you've
on the
seen what we've
team?
been through, of course I'm going to have injuries.
What have we been through together?
Don't you remember? You were there.
begin testing your cognitive abilities. Please follow along and answer any questions I recommend.
Well, what part don't you remember? What do you want to know?
What happened? What happened to you? What happened to us? The tournament? In the order you choose is best.
Well, we were on the ship. We were bringing you to the tournament, and there was a loud noise, and everything started shaking. And I ran down because I must protect the contestants. And I seen you against the side of the ship, and this energy, this ball of energy circling around you. And the other contestants, they had fallen inside this, and everything else outside this was just thrown asunder. Everything was ripped apart. There was people, there was bodies, there was wood, there was metal. It was everywhere. I had to get to the safety.
Now?
Scattered to the seas, of course. What do you think?
Okay, no need to get angry. It's
Sorry.
okay.
I took what I could. This energy emanating from you. I held you. The people within the circle, they stayed safe, and I was able to get you on the boat, bring it in here. But there was this pull. Everything was being pulled towards this damn piece of land. I couldn't stop it, and it ripped us through the rocks. And we got to the beach, and I thought I was okay. I thought I was okay. And all of a sudden, I didn't remember anything anymore. Until that point, until I woke up and I have this injury in my leg. I don't remember any of this.
Okay, good job. All right, take a deep breath and repeat after me. Tournament.
Tournament.
See? Fun to say, isn't it? Tournament.
Tournament.
One more time.
This incessant babbling. I did like you, but I'm not so sure now. Don't you need to go help your friends? And the orc pushes you a little bit away now, getting visibly frustrated with your incessant questions.
Now. This is what friends do. Okay, well, you rest, and we will reconvene at a later time.
And I go over to Jack.
He's crazy.
You did come on with a lot of questions for a guy that just lost his leg.
Well, I'm sure he knows where it is.
Did you think to ask him how to get to where we're supposed to go?
Yes.
So, Jack, you were heading over to the bell. I just need to clarify. Did you continue, or did you wait when Atlas didn't go with you?
I waited because you said that I just recalled this, and then I brought up the bench and the bell, so I was like right beside them.
Okay.
Yes, I did think of asking him. Should we ask him?
So while you're talking about that, Darius, you're now back. You've reached back up the beach.
Am I at the orc, or am I with them?
You would reach the orc before you reach them. They're further up the beach a little bit. The orc is just a little bit further down.
Okay. Okay. You actually look really angry right now.
It's just a small automaton, as he calls himself. Irritating.
Okay. He is irritating. 100%. I am on your side for that. Listen, wait here for a sec. I have a solution for you, but I have to show my friends something. And then I run to the group.
Okay. And Felix, where are you headed?
Once I was done with the chests, I would have headed back over there by Atlas and maybe caught some of his conversation with the half orc.
Yeah, you'd be close enough. Honestly, the orc's pretty loud, so you'd be from where you are. You're like 20 feet away. You would have heard it. Okay, so Jack,
so we're all together.
We're all together. Okay, so you're all just to kind of
back together.
So I'm like hopping. I'm like, guys. Okay. Remember that bag?
Yes, I do remember it. In fact, I haven't really stopped thinking about it that much.
I put my finger up to his lips. I pull the bag out. Watch this. And I reach in. I think about wood, and I pull out the like long ass piece of wood.
Yes, it's a bag of holding.
You knew that?
Would I know that?
Well, I certainly suspected as much that it might be.
Not really. You would have sensed that it was like arcane and magical, but yeah, You would have
So I've
known
never-
that there was something about it, but not a bag of holding specifically.
Okay, all right.
Ah, I just
So-
thought it was a bag.
I actually have the schematics to replicate Bag of Holding, so I probably would know
Brr.
that it exists. It's one
Yeah.
of my replicable magic items. Yeah.
Yeah, just in your research, you would know anyway for sure.
Yeah.
So,
So,
what does that do?
Oh, it's incredible. Let me tell you all about it. You can store unlimited things inside it, magical quality. You can just take all this stuff. I could shove you inside there. It's really quite incredible. I suspected that it could potentially be something of that, and I really wanted to examine it, but Darius just wouldn't let me for whatever reason, even though I'm clearly the foremost expert here on magical items. And nobody else really makes them except for me in this group, as far as I know.
Whoa. You know what
Best
I
friend
am.
problems.
I am
Our
a
best
purveyor
friends.
of legends and lore. I hear about all sorts of things. That's really all I had. But I mean, I've heard about so many cool items and so many cool stories and legends about heroes of old. I mean, before the calamity. Let's be real. There aren't really any heroes these days. So I had to test my theory when I saw it. When he stuck his arm in it and it ate his arm, I thought that I knew it had to be something special.
Wait, but I thought you were a hero. I thought that's why your island sent only you, because you were such a renowned hero.
He's a liar, not a hero.
Oh, Jesus.
Both have 4 letters. Very different.
Yeah, but the heroes of today aren't like the heroes of old. They fought in giant battles and they won wondrous things. Bards of all times sung about these men. The heroes of today are boring, and I'll say that about myself. I'm like, the things that I've done don't measure up to the things the people of history have done.
But that could be us. We could do incredible things like that. Look at us.
Yeah,
Could
we
be.
boring too.
We're not that yet. So
I'd like to hear a song about Atlas.
Ooh, I love songs.
I can do well. I can't do a song for you. I don't have any of those prepared. But
Why don't you just go with what's in your heart when you look at me?
Do you mean to tell me that all of these islands, this was the best of the lot they were sending for the tournament?
you're one to talk one leg.
He does have a point.
So tell us anyway. Yeah, I don't really know the
sorry,
details about the tournament.
Felix. Sorry. Here, take this piece of wood. You're tinkery. Craft it into something he can use as like a walking stick, please.
Sure. I'm gonna need a bit of time. I don't have the tools. I'll have to make the tools first, and then I'll make the crutch. But
It doesn't have to
Just
be perfect.
get me an axe. That's all I need. This damn leg will just slow me down. It's fine. This little one healed me up.
A lack of a leg is going to slow you down. Let's be real. I can walk twice the distance you can.
If we can get off this damn beach, I can move a bit quicker.
How? Just okay,
Hey,
fine.
Have
And
you
I just
tried
take the wood
hopping
back.
through sand, you imbecile?
I take the wood back and just throw it at him. I'm like, fine, use a piece of wood.
So which way do we need to go here?
Let's let one leg lead the way.
So if you're heading towards the kind of bench and Bayou scene, that would be directly east from you guys. The path that seemingly leads out of the cove is south. Right where you guys are now, you're kind of like on the top of where the beach meets sort of grass and an edge of a forest. And there's like a big pile of kind of like bushes or kind of floral stuff right across the edge before it hits the forest where you guys are right now.
Should we split the party?
no, I think it's probably a good idea that we stay together. I don't know that we want to split up. We don't really know where we are, and also, sir, turning to the half orc, what can you tell us about the tournament? I don't think we know a lot of the details. I'm very excited, but I don't really know what we're doing.
It's not my job to be explaining about the tournament. We are not given many details. We're but an escort.
All right, Hoppy, do you know where to go?
He gives you a glance that, like, if it could stab you, you would feel this go right through your cranial sector.
Ooh, scary. Look, you're a big, strong guy. I wouldn't actually fight you, but you're being kind of a dick. No offense. We're all in this together. Why don't you just bring it down a notch?
I don't think you can comprehend the situation that you're in,
Whoa,
bud.
how can I comprehend the situation when you're not telling us anything? You call me an imbecile.
I told this little one everything that I know.
He told me everything.
Okay, Atlas, you want to fill us in?
I have no idea.
Do you know the horn? Which way to go from here?
What is the horn?
I've never been here before.
This is the horn.
Excellent.
That's his name.
Your name is the horn?
Like a horn.
That covered my mouth.
Well, it's
Ah.
great to meet you. I'm Felix Tinkerspark. I'm from the Isle of Pharaoh, and I was selected for my great intellect and inventions because they were so successful.
Well, I'll probably talk to you a little bit more than this imbecile over here.
Takes one to know what.
But as for knowing when to go, I don't know. I've never been here. I simply tried to get us at the closest place possible, but it pulled us here. I didn't have a choice. I had us in the boat, and it just kept pulling and pulling and pulling.
So this island isn't our destination.
It might be. I can't tell. There's no way for me to know.
Okay.
Is there any sense of the size of this island looking around on the beach in term and looking at the ocean? Like, is this a smaller island, or can we get any sense of scale at all? Like,
Yeah. So whenever you were looking out, trying to find Gunner, looking out of the water, when you look across the water, you don't see any islands whatsoever. And you can't see, the way this cove is, you can't really see too much around the sides. So from you, it could be the peak of a tiny island, or it could be the top of a huge landmass.
Okay. So this could be continental then. Maybe we made it. That's where we're supposed to go, right? Guys?
All I know is that this is not our port. I've never been here before. This was not the plan. I suggest we move swiftly
Where?
for any
Yeah.
direction that we can, you fool.
Let's let Jack. He went up into the big tree, and I'm sure he knows where to go.
So you said that we can go towards because you said like there was the way to the bell, and then continuing forward was
Like a break.
like was it to a dead end, or was it a place we could just keep going?
There is a place you can go in. There's essentially like a path leading out between. So if the trees come around the back of the cove, can't see my hand. There's a path that leads out. The cart was here. You guys are kind of congregated here, and the bell was over here, the opposite side.
And what direction is that?
So leading out would be south. Going to the bell area would be east, and where you guys are is to the west.
So there's a bell to the east.
Yeah.
With a bench on it. We could go check it out, just see what's going on. And then to the south is a path that we could just follow. I didn't see as far. Once we get on the move, I can move through the trees and keep scouting out.
And
That's
you
my
can.
first.
It is a forest line, but and it is dense. But I mean, that is obviously it's not a. You know, you can still move through it. It might take
Not a
longer or
wall.
whatever, but yeah, it's not like a. Yeah, not a visible wall or anything.
But there seems to be a path.
There's a designated path for sure. You would assume with your passive intellect that that's where the cart came down.
So I guess I'll start leading the way.
Are we going to look at the bell?
I
could
think we
start
should.
there.
Why don't we go? Why
Great.
don't we go examine that?
We
Let's
have
go.
nothing else. We might as well head towards that.
Very well. Let's go. Who's going first?
I'll go. And by that, I'll move on ahead. And I'm going to turn and go towards that location. Is that in, like, do we go into the tree line?
No,
And then go east, or it's just straight east?
It's just straight. It just goes out of it a little bit, just on top of a little kind of elevation, like a hill almost. But it's, yeah, you don't have to go through forest or anything. It's clearly visible from now where you guys are standing. It's about 80 feet away.
Gotcha. So Jack will just start walking, and like as soon as Jack just turns tail, Reen will also follow immediately, and he'll start leading the pack.
Okay.
As we're walking, Felix will walk alongside Darius and just start talking his ear off as we go. Yeah, so I mean, when we got on the ship, you were asking about what kind of inventions I had. Well, here now I can show you pretty much all of them. So this is Gunner. He's my Steel Compatriot Mark II. Definitely my greatest achievement. He's so fantastic, great in combat, great for assisting for all kinds of other things. This armor as well is a modified invention of mine, especially these gauntlets. They do various things as well. I can't wait to show you what they all do. I have so many different things that I could show you. You also saw my amazing cap of water breathing. That came in very handy. And there's some other cool things that I can whip up handily. In fact, you're so fascinated with that bag of holding. Did you know I actually have the schematics to make my own bag of holding? I don't really have the parts available right now to do it, but if I needed to, I could. Which is why I wanted to look at it in the first place, but you didn't let me, which is really kind of frustrating and confusing again, because I am the most expert person on magical items in this group, which I think you might have forgotten, which is understandable. That's okay, because we haven't known each other that long, but we are friends, and you should remember these things.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. That's awesome. I love it. I love it so much. Darius, any response, or are you just listening on the way?
That was my response.
Oh. All right. So, so you guys kind of all move as a group. Dehon following you, hobbling along, but not asking for any help. He stays at the bottom of the hill.
You go on ahead. I don't want to handle the incline just yet.
So he's staying at the edge of the path where the forest meets the path. Are you guys heading on up?
Bye, Hoppy.
Yep. I would take Jack, just like never stopped or
okay, just plowed on through. Okay. So that being the case, Jack, you would definitely arrive first. So as you get up to the top, you see a sort of a marble, very pretty exquisite actually, bench sitting, and it's kind of just pointed out towards the water. You can kind of get a good view of the water from this point. And there's the standing bell thing beside it that you see.
The bell, there's a bell there.
Yeah, so roll a perception check.
Six.
Okay. So yes, there's a bell there. So it's a tall kind of a metal shiny pillar almost. It goes quite high. It has like a standard bell shape at the top, and it has just a cord hanging down. You would expect would just be, to ring the bell. There doesn't look to be anything extra abnormal about it.
Ring the bell. Ring the bell.
Okay. And Jack's just gonna give it a few rings.
Okay. While he's ringing the bell, is everybody else still continuing up to the top?
Yep.
Okay.
I would have probably stayed a little bit back with, like, just keeping the orc in sight, essentially, just because I'm still, like, kind of mending.
Okay.
Keeping an eye on him.
That works. Okay. So you wanting to ring this bell gently, hard? What is your intention with the bell ring?
Jack is somewhat cautious, so it's not going to be like a slam, but it's going to be like it's going to be audible for, I would say, the people in our radius. But he's probably going to give it 3 or 4 rings back and forth.
Okay.
So I'd say a medium volume.
I hear the bell ringing. I'm like, you can ring my bell.
Okay. So you give the bell a good ring, 3 solid rings. Look around. You don't see any change. Nothing seems to have happened.
I want to yell out.
We're here for the tournament.
We'll spill lots of blood.
You think they heard?
The horn says, This is not how the tournament's initiated, little one. We're in a strange place here.
You know, this guy keeps saying he doesn't know anything, but then he happens to know things all the time. It's very. I think he's a liar, Atlas.
I would agree with your opinion. It seems educated.
And,
Can I examine the bell and like the construction of everything around it for any sign of what kind of who might have built it like what civilization might have constructed this?
Yeah. So
need a boost.
Probably not.
he can stand on
Depending
Gunner.
on what check he needs.
Roll an investigation check.
I think he like a physical boost.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, I boost.
Well, I'm kind of more looking for like the historical. Okay, fine. I'll roll investigation.
Just lift him up, Jack.
16.
Okay. So it seems like a basic construction. There doesn't seem to be anything abnormal in regards to like who built it. Or really, any decent smith could have been able to construct this. As you look up into the bell, you do see where the kind of knocker inside the bell connects. It does look like one of those little crystal, similar to the crystal that was in the hammer, but it's dull. It's not lit up like the hammer does light up when you've picked it up. It just seems dull.
Okay, yeah. I'm standing on top of Gunner's back and trying to examine this whole thing and see, what I can see about it. And
Okay.
do I get the sense that that's magical in quality, or?
You don't. Like the only really essence of magic that you can kind of from figuring out kind of the mechanics of how it's working up there really is just this crystal that whatever energy it seemed to have, it doesn't seem to do anything more than what a normal stone or rock or something would do inside the bell.
Okay. And then in terms of the architecture, because I do have my feature from my background of recognizing ruins, like what civilization might have built them. Do I recognize this architecture at all? Is there anything I might have studied or seen before?
If you had to pin it down, you'd probably say Elvish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Atlas,
yeah.
can you roll a perception check, please?
I can. 10.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so you've rung the bell. What does anybody want to do anything specific right now? You guys are up by the marble bench and the bell. The orc is hanging out by the entrance.
My orc buddy looked pretty okay.
Yeah. He's holding together. He seems pretty, for the most part, healthy. He's kind of just standing. He's just grabbing some bushes and stuff, leaves that he finds, and he's just kind of trying to half clean himself off just to get out whatever this viscous liquid stuff is off the skin.
I would
Okay.
say. Oh, sorry.
I want to help try to. I'm gonna grab some leaves and I'm gonna try to help clean them off.
Okay.
And I want to, as I'm cleaning, I want to try to like look at the liquid, like really get a sense of what it is.
Okay. Roll a survival. Actually, medicine check.
Like the way you think. Fuck. 7.
7.
I like the way
Okay.
you roll.
I mean, yeah, you can just tell that it's some sort of organic fluid that has the coloration of blood but isn't blood.
Okay, I'm gonna just kind of talk to him as I'm helping him clean.
Do you normally bleed in this kind of stuff? Like, is that an orc thing or?
No, I don't know what this substance is. I don't know. No, my leg, that was definitely me, but I don't know what this is.
Have you tried ingesting it?
What do you mean?
Like
I
you
think he
lick
means
it.
eating it.
Lick it. You don't have to consume. Just maybe a little.
No,
Look-
I'm not
So
doing that.
I don't have taste buds, so maybe we can ascertain what it is if you just give it a little lick.
No, I'm not doing that. Jack,
Never
can
heard
you?
the tune.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry.
Finish what you're saying.
Your wounds.
You see the orc lifting his leg up and start.
All right.
Jack, if you can get Rin to roll a perception check, or Reen, however you pronounce his name.
Yeah, 1 second.
I'm gonna go into the bush and gather some more. I want to look at the leaves too.
22.
Okay. So Atlas, yeah, you start moving off, kind of towards behind where the bench is. There's some bushes there. Bryn, the ears picks up, and his neck snaps almost towards the entrance to the cove. And you've seen this alert before. This is when he senses that there's something nearby that's threatening.
Everybody on guard, and you'll see Jack kind of move his hand out towards the direction that Reen's looking, and two little, like, I don't even know what you call them, fangs, or I'm going to say fangs, they're not fangs, but they're going to snap off his gauntlet, and you'll see like a makeshift crossbow under his gauntlet, and he's going to take a ready action.
Okay. The horn backs up and says, "What are you doing?"
Reen sensing something, and this is a bad sense. Ready yourself. This could be issues. Could be trouble.
Oh, all right. Our first great adventure. And Felix will take a hammer that's off his belt and ready it in his hand. And as he clenches the fist of his large gauntlet, you see a shield kind of like fan out and assemble out of the gauntlet as he readies himself. And Gunnar takes a posture beside him as well, like a defensive posture, as they're shoulder to shoulder just by Jack there.
Perfect. And the horn is like, "I hear someone is coming," and you see him like he starts like really trying to get his way back. He's kind of moving towards the water.
Do we see anyone yet?
So sorry, he's running away. Like the horn's running away.
The horn's
from
running
the threat.
not up. Yeah. He's moving
Yeah,
back towards the water to the north, away from the path that's to the south.
For the horn.
I'm just gonna crouch kind of into the bushes and take a hide action.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna hide.
Do we see them? We know the direction they're coming, right?
So roll a perception check.
Perception. I rolled a 4. No, that's not me. 12.
Okay. You hear a call out, "Master, you required assistance." And you all look down now as you see this humanoid figure in this long cloak. He's got like the spiky hair, and he's just slowly sauntering. And beside him, you see this massive, brutish-looking orc holding 2 battle axes in each hand. Each step, you can almost see the sand just puffing out of the way every time it takes a step. "Where are you?" he says. He turns and looks, and he goes, "Well, you didn't have an invitation." And he just flicks his hands up, and his hands go on fire. And that's where we'll leave it for this week.
Oh, no.
We're going to start off with some combat next week?
Hey.
I am so pumped next week to, if it goes that way, say roll initiative. All right. Well, yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed my first ever session as DM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Doing a good
awesome.
job.
Very,
Good
very
detail.
good.
Yay.
Sorry, I missed a few things.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. All right,
No,
so
you did
yeah,
pretty well.
awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it all. No, you guys' characters, I loved seeing like whenever you were talking about the no magic, like you guys immediately started thinking outside the box, like, okay, what would that be or whatever. And my mind didn't even go there. You guys were coming up with some crazy good stuff. And I like the whole.
I figured the bag that I found was a bag of holding, but my character wouldn't know anything about it. So
Yeah.
he has 0 on a card, so I was like, oh well. Just kept
Yeah.
going.
I mean, props to you guys because you are playing your characters. There's no doubt. Like Atlas would just be like, "Oh yeah, that's not a person needs help," and he would move on. Like you guys completely played your characters amazing. And Felix just a separation from Gunner, just heading on out there without any, like just no, I need my money. No, you guys,
wicked.
awesome. All right, yeah. So we'll wrap it up. Everybody's pretty much got to go to work tomorrow. Most of us. So.
I got to get up at 4 a.m. I can't wait.
Oh yeah, you got your journey traveling to do. All right, well thanks guys.
All right.
We'll see you in the Discord. I'll just say
Okay.
goodbye to everybody here.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
guys.
All right. Awesome. Thanks,
See y'all
everybody.
next week.
Bye.
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 All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. It's our first Reditus campaign. Hope you enjoyed it. Enjoyed doing the DM thing for a while, and of course the face reveal. If you don't know, I do stream Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. EST, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. Gaming streams in the morning. But this D&D stream will be every Tuesday evening around 7:30 p.m. We started a little bit later because getting everything ready today, but normally it will be the 7:30. So thanks so much watching us, whether you watched it live or watched the recording. We very much appreciate it. If you have any feedback, go in the comments. Yeah, we might read it. We might not. Who knows? We'll see. But thanks for hanging out, and have a great day, guys.